Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Undertoons. Basically part 3. I am your DM, Jade. Again, I don't think that will ever change. And joining me today, I have 6 wonderful players. Um, who, I mean, if you're up to this point, I hope you know who they are, but I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead. Top to bottom.
Oh shit, that's me first. Hi, I'm RJ. I'm playing Grills, who is slightly regretting every decision that he's made that's brought him to this point. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Avi, and today I am playing a funky real kind doctor named, well, that's not really their name. They're called Inmate 01. Hopefully they will live up to their profession. We'll see.
They're doing amazing, and we love to see it. My name is Traditional Preference, also known as Trad, and I'm playing Olivia Liberty, who's having a time. Good morning, I guess.
We're all having a time, bitch.
Yeah.
Life. Let's go get you some fruit.
I'm Arrows. I am playing Nebula Rose. He is also having a time. Yeah.
The tonal whiplash that's gonna happen after this boss fight is gonna be fucking great, guys.
Just leaving breakfast.
Yeah, we didn't.
No.
I'm just talking. I should probably introduce myself. Hi everyone, I'm Vwild. I can hear everyone else, and I'm not in a hole.
This is great.
But you're
And-
blind.
The good news.
I'm blind. Yeah. Okay. Oh God, it's always something with me, isn't it?
You're looking through RJ's eyes right now.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
great.
I'm being possessed slightly.
It's fantastic. I love it here. I'm staying. I'm the PS5 inside your brain.
I mean,
And
hello.
And before I derail too far, I'm playing Ambassador Gala Simi, she didn't even get her morning tea, and she's so aware she's going to be so behind on her paperwork when she gets back. But it's fine.
Back.
She's getting back! She's keeping that as a certainty. They're all getting out of here in the state they are, doing the best they can.
Hi everyone. I'm Vamp. I'm playing Tokoh, who you can't see it. I'm making like Regan hand gestures right now because probably
Actually, you can't see Tokoh right now. Everybody can
Yeah,
see
you
Tokoh
can't
right
see
now.
Tokoh. You can't see me. It's me that's making the Regan hand gestures.
Marvelous.
Also, the restroom is finally open, so be right back.
Alright. My hand gestures are more in the line of that one. Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm gonna be your freestyle dance teacher today. Fine.
My head is in my fucking hands.
Listen, there's only so much gesturing I can do when one of my hands is partially immobilized.
No, okay, you know what? I'm possessing you, but I'll do all your hand gestures.
Okay. With everybody introducing themselves, about time we begin a little recap for those of you who did not watch part 2. So, after a bit of a time falling down, a set of heroes found themselves awoken, not where they had fallen previously, but instead in some sort of infinitely expanding chamber. After each of them woke up individually in said chamber, they each chose to reset, the only real option they had. And after a bit of rolling, figure out what was going on, it was found that they had perished in some way or another, and somehow come back. It's fine.
Jade,
Don't worry
you're-
about it.
Okay.
What's up?
I don't know if it's just me, but you're kind of
Am I cutting out?
you're cutting in and out a little bit. Yeah. I
Is
do
it-
love this DM voice though.
Is it everybody or is it just?
No, it wasn't cutting out for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it wasn't cutting out. It was a little bit quiet, but I think that's just my headphones.
I might just have to
Oh.
lean into the microphone a little more. That's fine. So, eventually they all awakened within a field of flowers and made their way forwards in this set of underground tunnels, meeting a small a small individual in the shape of a heart, and another person who interrupted said fight with the individual with the shape of a heart. Bar Femlix, who upon hearing the name of an owned friend is not a right word. What, family member, decided, yeah, this is not, like, I'm a little stressed now. I gotta leave, and fucking Jade themselves out of the picture.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
With a bit of exploring, with multiple traps and puzzles and devious machinations built by no one in particular, our Dipper heroes eventually make it and find they are in a deep underground city known as the Remnants. Eventually meeting up with Bar Filmlinks themselves, offering a bit of shelter for them for the night, and making them aware that there is no escape from the underground. Not choosing to believe, or at the very least choosing to believe that there will be a way out, our heroes went into the night and found that Ba had snuck away to do something. After following a bit and finding what it was, the lot of you gathered down below
I am back.
and now find yourself at a confrontation in front of Ba. The moment that the fight started, the world again, just like in the heart-shaped fight, turned black and white, and everyone could see Tokoh for the first time in a bit of a while. With that, hee hee. Put up the heartache music. Everybody, roll initiative, please.
Boy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Orange or red, you guys? Orange or red?
Orange, I'm using red.
Orange it is.
Okay, my initiative was 4, which is in character considering.
Nebula, what's your initiative?
Oh god. Grails! Grails, please!
So that's actually
Or the first.
Libby got
Nebula's
12.
was 10.
Grails got an 8.
Oh god, does that mean Gala's going first? I think that means Gala's going to be ending up going first.
What'd she get?
22.
Oh boy!
100% she's going first.
I want
Like,
everybody to
there's-
please
there's
write
no
down
contest.
just write down the number on DM Realm if you can, just so I can.
Yeah.
We're in Stern Dice Roller. Oops.
I do find it amusing that the diplomat gets the highest. Just,
I rolled like shit, my guy. I don't know what you want me to say.
I know this and I love you.
Girls was doing a cool like a clap back before the fight.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, Grills pissed Ba off.
Absolutely.
Whoops. Whoopsie doopsie.
I mean, it was not really a whoops, because it was kind of intentional. Because if she's pissed and targeting him, then she won't hit the others.
That point.
what's Boz initiative?
Ba got a 13.
Okay.
Tokoh got a 4. Good to know. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. I already have you guys in the correct order.
No.
Oh, goody
But-
dokey.
No worries. Okay.
That was a sound.
Yeah, it does that every fucking time. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Okay. Let me see. All right. So we start this fight. Gala, you're up first. Inmate, you're on second.
Get fucking balls! That's me, the Vwild, not Gala. Gala doesn't swear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
You
giving
know
you,
what?
just giving you some information. You're 45 feet away from bots for a moment.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with a spell. I don't get to do those often. Alright. And I've never done this one before, so wish me luck. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding
Ooh,
bolts.
We take those.
It's good for the attack for the next person, so why not?
Libby's gonna be enjoying that.
Roll to hit. Ooh, okay, we take that! 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 Okay, so
Okay.
if this doesn't hit, we're all fucked. Will the 25 hit?
What a what?
25 to
At
hit
this,
bar.
I'll tell you this. At 25, definitely hits.
Hooray! Let's say-
Hell yeah, baby.
Alright, so I need... How many do I need? I'm casting it straight. This is the first time I've ever used proper spells. Did make 46.
Yeah, 46. First level.
I need that one, and I need that one, and I need that one, and that one's shiny. Woo! Okay.
This is where we
So,
find out she's got resistance to radiant or something.
if we find that out, I'm gonna be sad.
You'll have to resort to hitting her like a plebeian.
Yep. Boop.
How much damage?
18 points.
18 points of damage. That's
Yeah.
reduced to 9.
I fucking called it.
I won't say that she is resistant to radiant specifically, but it seemed as if
Guiding Bolt
though
does radiant damage.
I'm
so-
aware. But it does seem that while the hit landed and did damage, it is not as potent as it should have been.
It is a nice bolt. Literally, she just hand ignites in galactic themed fire and lobbed it and just. Oh, okay. That was interesting. And this is the time when the person who normally plays a punchy figures out if there's a bonus action that she can do.
What
If
you're
you
doing?
cast a spell, probably not unless you have bonus action spells.
Nope. So it's basically just me figuring out what I can do and understanding myself. Da-da-da. Nope. In fact, actually, yeah. Let's see. Use movement. Movement would probably be a smart idea for.
Where do you
getting
want to?
closer. Yeah.
Where do you want to move?
I'm gonna say it's 40 feet. I'm saying direct line forward, so that other people have line of sight on this lady. No, literally straight forward.
Right here. 40 feet of movement. You have 40 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I forget that you're a monk. Partly. So you're just moving in.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Out of the way of line of sight, or keeping line of sight for the others, not being in grapple range, but being ready to do a punchy in a minute.
Okay. If that is all you're doing. Inmate, you're next with Ba on toe.
God. Inmate's not an offensive person. Does anybody want to enhance ability?
Is enhanceability useful in a combat situation? I mean, I guess enhanceability full constitution gives you temporary hit points. I want
Yeah.
to cast that on Tokoh.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me actually look at the map.
Moving over to Tokoh.
Yeah, moving to Tokoh. Gonna cast Enhance Ability. I think that gives you 2d6 temp HP.
Sounds about right.
No. Enhance ability?
Yeah, you enhance ability and you pick a stat. In this case, Constitution. It gives you 10 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Bear's Endurance.
Right, how much does that increase my hit points by?
It gives you 10 HP.
Right,
hang
how
on.
much HP?
Alright, come here. Spell.
You also have advantage on Constitution checks.
Alright, you
Okay,
have an
so-
11. You have 11 temp HP.
Oh, thank God. My HP is better than a crumpled tissue paper.
Just slightly.
Just slightly.
You chose this.
And
Oh,
I think
I
Inmate's gonna-
re-rolled. I re-rolled.
Oh, that's right. You did reroll.
Hey, you saw what I re-rolled.
We-
Inmate's gonna use the rest of their movement to go back because, oof, this is
So-
a fight.
Okay, so 20 plus 10. There you go. That's
Yeah.
about as much as you can move.
And I don't think they have any bonus actions that they use.
Talking is a free action.
I don't know what they'd say.
Fair.
They're just here. Anyway,
And we love them.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Okay. If that is all you're doing, then it is boss turn. Now, first, upon the fight immediately starting, there was a split second of seeing Tokoh, and like, obviously a torrent of sadness came over their face, and then they looked at the rest of you, and there's an anger. If one of you wants to roll me a small insight check, whoever wants to do it.
Obviously.
Let's go.
Only one?
for
Not
it.
all of us?
That's not bad.
Whoever wants to roll an insight check for that, because you all saw that.
At 3!
Libby, you're not paying attention.
My god.
Just got woke up.
That is a 19 plus 7.
She's had like
I
2
got a
Nice.
direct 20.
Nice.
18 plus 4 for Nebula, so that's
Um,
22.
so, I just puts my hands together. I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah!
So everybody but Libby basically
Everybody
gets this.
but Libby.
Unless Vamp, are you rolling as well?
Yeah, no,
Vamp got that 20 as well.
Not 20? Perfect. So everybody but Libby. There is a sense of belief that comes over your face when you look at Bot, like, give the sense of sadness, and like there are tears in her eyes. And then like a bunch of anger that comes in through here. She doesn't believe that Tokoh currently is real. And she's looking at all of you as if you have pulled the worst trick you could ever pull.
Oh boy!
So that's what she's thinking about when you're doing this. Let's see. She's going to cast. Is she currently concentrating on anything? That would probably be a very good question. Give me 1 second. I have all of the spells specifically pulled up just because I want to make sure I don't. Nope, and no. Okay. She's going to cast Flaming Sphere at 3rd level.
Yay!
Oh boy.
5-foot diameter sphere comes out.
I'm going to check a thing.
Okay, that's 10 foot. So we're looking at 5 feet.
Enough to do that yet. Cool.
That's just enough to land. Like, she's casting that right in between both Libby and Grills.
The good news is I don't think it does damage yet.
So if it is in range blast duration, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere may make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get near that.
Yep.
Well,
Fuck out of there.
it's right next to you, so.
Yeah.
For each slot above second, so it will do 3d6. So, that's her action. Does she have anything that's a bonus action? No, she only has spells. Okay, that's all she can do. Technically, I could. Whatever, it's fine. Libby, it's your turn.
It's my turn. All right. Yeah. Cool. She's got 30 feet. She's gonna start running up.
Okay, 1 second.
I don't know if it pulls her within melee range.
You are just like. Do you have 30 feet?
Yes.
Sadly,
Yes.
you are just like.
No.
Do you not have any like range weapons? Do you not
She does
throw
have.
your hammer?
She has javelins.
You could throw a javelin.
But
Better than nothing.
in order to access the weapons that she has stored out of frame, she has to be able to pull it out of an unobserved space.
I would say that there is a tuft of grass on the floor. If you want to do that.
Okay. That no one's looking at currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just
I mean,
like
I
underneath
don't think
you.
anyone's
Just,
looking at the floor right now.
yeah, you reach. It's like a crack in between the floor where a tuft of grass is growing out of, and you can just reach in there
Cool.
and take out something.
Yeah, so she pulls out javelin, throws it. That's gonna be +6 to hit. 21.
21 hits.
Cool.
Is this a magical
D6
weapon?
plus- It is not a magical weapon.
Okay, so just do your damage real quickly.
Yep. D6 plus 3, that is going to be 9. I rolled max damage.
Woo!
Okay, forgive me. She was concentrating on a spell, so she's gonna drop concentration on Stone Skin to cast Flaming Sphere. So this will actually do the full load of damage.
Cool.
How much was it?
9.
9 damage? Yeah.
Yep.
Minus 9. And roll a concentration check because she is concentrating.
Oh.
R 120 plus Constitution. She's fine. Okay. Still concentrating on Flaming Sphere. Libby, do you do anything else?
She's level 5, so she gets 2 attacks.
Yeah, you do.
You
Go
another
ahead.
javelin.
Yeah, fucking go to town.
15 plus 6, another 21.
That hits.
Cool. That. Only 4 damage this time.
4 damage. Okay.
And as her Helen, do not, please. And as her bonus action, she will use her Muppet-born trait. At 3rd level, I can perform the mighty roar of the monster as a bonus action.
Hello?
+5 bonus to the next attack all of my allies within 60 feet make, as long as they do it in the next minute. And they
Hell
have,
yeah.
That's
and they have
everybody.
They have advantage on wisdom or charisma throws.
Okay, that's everybody. So make note of that for everybody else, please.
Yeah.
Is that wisdom and charisma thing for the entire minute? Is it just until we make an attack?
And it's written as the entire minute. Here you go.
Woo!
Repeat that one more time because I was zoned out.
I'm gonna need...
I threw it in DM realm.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, gamer.
It gives a +5 bonus to the next attack each of your allies within 60 feet make, as long as they do so in the next minute. So it's only the next one, not for the entire duration of the minute.
Yes.
Okay.
It's +5 to the next attack.
But the saves we have advantage on for the next minute.
Yes. Which, it's not bad.
Alright, I'm setting up a count.
I feel like she would she's yelling some. She still doesn't know what this like black thing is. This like dark void thing is, and she, like, in her mind, it's connected to the psychological torture session that we had at the beginning of the last
Mhm.
game.
In a sense, it kind of is, but I'll let you find that out.
Yeah. So her assumption previously was that Hardy did it to them, but now Ba is doing it to them. So she's probably yelling something about that. I don't have words for it, but some sort of like challenge, like question, like why are are you behind this? I don't have the word. I don't know how she would word it, but yeah.
Got it. No worries.
You wanna go, bitch?
All right, Nebula.
Nebula, is there any way that he can get 30 feet away from anyone in the group without using all his movement?
Right here, I believe. That would give you 10. That would give you 10 more movement. Technically, down here, which would leave you with 5 feet of movement.
Yeah, he's gonna do that, and then he is going to cast Fire Shield.
You're making. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, listen. He does not want to hit anyone with any magic surges. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some of them are beneficial to get hit by, so that's all I'm saying.
He has had bad experiences.
Yeah, I got you. No worries.
I would like to not be a potted plant before I get to do this.
No, if anyone gets turned into a potted plant, it's Nebula.
Oh no, not the potted plant.
Jade, you had a system for, like, if you didn't get a magic surge last time, then the chance increases this time. How much was that?
Basically, whenever you cast a spell, if I remember correctly, you roll to see if you, you get a magic surge. If you don't, you add a +1 to the DC up until the point in which you get it. So that way, you will eventually get it the more and more and more magic you use. How many?
Yeah, and he had a roll for a nightmare last time, so it would be like if he gets a 1 or 2 this time.
1 or a 2, yeah. On a 1 or a 2 on a D20, you will magically surge.
All right, let us
like
see.
that system. I might steal it.
No, it kind of landed between 14 and 20, but either way, those are not. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he is casting Fire Shield. Fire Shield is, once I pull it up, thin wispy frames wreathe your body for the duration, shedding bright light in 10-foot radius and dim light for additional 10 feet. And they provide you with a warm shield or chill shield as you choose. Warm shield grants you resistance to cold damage. Chill grants you resistance to fire damage. So he will do a chill shield.
Yeah.
And in addition, whenever a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, the shield erupts with flame, and the attacker takes 2d8 fire damage from a warm shield and 2d8 cold from a cold shield.
Oh wait, I need to read that again.
I put the thing in.
Okay, cool. I'm just keeping track of that. You did, Libby. You did a melee attack, but it was from a distance, right? Like you threw the javelin.
Ranged attack.
Yeah.
Range attack. Got it. Just making sure. Keep an eye on that. I will say, as you cast the spell, it seems as though, looking at Ba now, there's a very similar spell that she is under the effect of.
Interesting.
All right. Well, this is either gonna go really well or really poorly.
This is gonna go great.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, he's gonna use the rest of his movement to head back towards the group. So just 5 feet.
5 feet. Which I mean, you're a spellcaster. You are still within range of the enemy.
Grills
So
is also right within range.
yeah. All right, Grills. You're next. You're on now with Tokoh on deck.
Yeah, okay, this is gonna be interesting. So I believe if I move diagonally, I can get behind Ba with 45 feet of it.
Like this?
No, like directly behind her. Yeah, there.
Yes, but it would have to be like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like that.
I don't mind doing that. That's fine. Because this isn't Pathfinder. I can move in her range and not get hit. We're about to find out whether that shield she's got is cold or fire. Sorry, I just got sidetracked by all the hot boys in chat.
I love you all.
Okay, so,
Hot boy.
hot boy.
Boy,
Well, that's
Hot
one
boy.
of those is a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
boy, 2.
One of those is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Roll. Plus, what the fuck is your modifier to hit rolls?
I mean, if it's a nat 20, it already hits.
No, he has 2 attacks.
Oh, okay, got it. Because remember,
So
you
I'm
got
double checking what.
you have advantage
yeah.
on one of those, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's the first one is a crit.
No, you have +5 to one of them.
Oh, you have +5 to one of them. That's what it is.
Okay.
So add it to
so
the.
one crit and then one.
Add it-
That's gonna fucking hit. That's 27 to hit.
Both of those hit. So go ahead, roll for damage.
Yeah. So, where are my
Those
digits?
are each individual melee attacks, correct?
Yes, they are 2 melee attacks with his quarterstaff. He's not lit himself on fire yet, but he has that in his back pocket. Yeah. So this is the crit. Okay. Roll 6 plus 6, and then what the fuck is your 4? So the crit does 16 damage. Oh shit.
Okay.
Drop my dice.
And you're a monk, so these are counted as magical, but she's not.
He's using a quarterstaff actually, so no, they're not magical.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
But either way,
hold on.
it's Stonekin is not applicable right now, so.
Yeah, no. Stone Skin's not applicable right now. And he's using quarterstaff. So let's actually roll that second damage. Not dice on the floor. That's also a 6. So that's another 10 points of damage on top.
Another.
So that's 16 damage, then 10 damage for 26 damage total.
Did you double one of those? Because you.
Yeah, double the dice. I rolled 6 both times on the damage die, so
Okay.
12 plus 4 is 16, and then 6 plus 4.
No worries. Okay. And you're going to take. 17 cold damage. As you see these.
He actually takes 34 cold damage.
Well.
Boy.
You know. So as you see these bright blue flames that she is kind of like surrounded by, kind of just like almost turn into spikes and dash into you, doing a buttload of damage.
Yeah, he lets out a scream that's more like a. Have you ever heard the sound when like you throw some liquid onto a fire and it like hisses up?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he looks very shocked, like he did not expect that to hurt so much. Ow!
Oh boy. Lovely.
But for bonus action, I think he's gonna spend a key point and take the dodge action. Ow!
How much is he on?
Yeah, he went from 60 hit points to 26.
Oh,
But we can't see that.
Well, you
Yeah.
heard him fucking scream.
Yeah.
indeed.
Nebula is glad he's a spellcaster.
But he does, like, kind of hiss out amongst that, don't get too close.
Right.
All right. Tokoh, you're up with Gala on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this sure has gone away. Sure has gone away.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving me so much emotions right now. Jesus Christ.
They're currently not paying attention to you. They are trying to look as they are not trying to look at you.
Yeah. Man, okay, I'm just looks at these spells I have. Out of curiosity, I have a question about wild shape. I know that when you wild shape, you lose your inventory, but like, what happens if you take something out of your inventory prior and was holding it while you wild shape?
Well, most creatures that you turn into cannot wield any weapons or anything of that sort while you're wild shaped.
This isn't a weapon or anything.
Can you describe to me what the item is?
It's a pebble.
A pebble. I mean, if you take it out
Oh.
and just leave it on the
Okay.
ground,
Hold it in your mouth.
no. If you just leave it on the ground, you can. It will not wild shape with you.
Okay, and if I leave the pebble on the ground and then wild shape, would I be allowed to like pick it back up as like my wild shape?
Depends on your wild shape, because if you wild shape into like a bird, you're not gonna be able to. Not very
mean,
easily.
like- As a cat, like I can hold it in my mouth.
Yes. I will say that if this is for casting a spell while you are wild shape, I would like to remind you that while you are wild shape, you cannot cast spells.
Oh, it's not a spell. It's not a spell. It's a pebble.
Vamp.
Okay.
Wait,
Vamp.
hold on.
Vamp.
And
Vamp. 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 If this is what I think it is, doesn't it use a command word?
I know that I can wild shape back if it comes to that.
This is a surprise tool that will help us later.
Do you mind telling me what this is?
it's the 1-ton pebble that she shoved into Libby's hand earlier.
I love it.
All right. Sure.
You let Tokoh get it back.
I'm not
Libby
gonna
chucked it.
I'm not gonna let you use it while you're wild shaped, but you can take it out and have it with you. So.
Alright. I'm just asking this because you did specify that she isn't looking in Toko's direction as well.
No,
If Tokoh
she-
did wild, so if Tokoh did wild shape and like grab like the pebble in their mouth and start moving towards like like do I roll stealth or do I not have to because she's actively trying not to pay attention to them?
You would roll still a stealth at advantage. While she is trying to look away from you, there is a sense of like you cannot look away from something that is this deeply troubling to you. Like,
Alright, okay, so should I roll it now?
sure,
then-
go ahead. You're rolling stealth to
That's an
basically hide
18.
and be able to move
That's an
without being
18 for the
noticed.
first one. 18 and not 20.
Ooh.
With the nat 20, you more than what's her it's wisdom? What's her...
Perception is it. Stealth goes against your passive perception.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Which is +6, so. Oh wait, no, it's +2. My bad. So she has. No, wait. Give me one moment.
Your passive perception is 10 plus your perception modifier.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm aware of it. It's just she doesn't have a full character sheet, so I'm trying to read this thing. Moment. I'll just say that it's 15, and you more than. So.
Yeah, so as a cat, they have a 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
So would they be able to get to Ba?
You'd be able to just get within her attacking range. Yes.
All right. Can I? Okay. I'm gonna assume because wild shaping takes an action, so obviously I have no actions left. Would you let me like roll something to see if she has any pockets on her?
You know for a fact she does, because this is an outfit she wears all the fucking time. So.
Oh yeah,
You-
that's true. She did take something out of her pockets earlier. Like.
Well, she
last
took it
game,
out of
but-
her. She took it out of her. She has a hammer space. So, but the dress itself also does have pockets. Yes, it does have pockets.
Alright, so I'm gonna assume that, like, because I use my action to wild shape, I can't use anything. Like,
That
I
would be a
can't
sleight
use
of hand to try to slip
Yeah,
something into her
so
pocket. So no.
yeah, so no, so not right now. Okay. But yeah, please move me up there.
Okay, so you are there. You are a cat, which is there a way to fucking represent that with one of these? No? Okay, that's fine.
You know, like, yeah.
Like, do the others even notice? That was a nat 20 stealth.
Yeah.
What's the total?
22.
I think that beats all our passive perceptions. So
Yeah.
Definitely. Libby.
There's a spontaneous cat.
Yeah, no, that actually makes sense, because Tokoh would make for a decently small cat, too.
Gala.
The kitten.
Gala, you're up. Inmate, you're on deck.
Yep. I apologize. I am scrambling. I am figuring. I am sorting. I've been trying to figure out options. Cause, oh boy, everything happens.
you can throw your spear, run in and grab it, move back, and throw it again.
Smart plan, actually. Okay. Because it was specifically how it was just like, yeah, if that happened to Grills, she's not gonna get hurt that badly. Still, this is the bastard thing for the martial classes. So yeah, she's only because of her level in monk, she's only got one attack. That's what I was scrambling through, understanding and figuring out. So, yep. Last thing I want to understand. Could someone explain versatile to me again?
If you hold it in one hand, it's the lower dice. If you hold it in two hands, it's the bigger one.
Okay.
This does not apply to when you throw it. When you throw it, it uses the smaller die.
Okay, cool. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Higher damage and getting hurt, or I'll go lower damage and play
Go
it
to lower
second.
damage, Goober. Don't be a hero.
Yeah, no, Gala is not the hero. She's just here. Let's see. That is... and has the extra +5 thing, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay. 9 plus... Da, 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 da. Okay. I think this is gonna hit. Da, 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 da. Yep, that's a 21 to hit.
None of you have rolled below her AC, so yeah, that definitely hits.
Alright. Do 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 do. She's doing her best. She's just doing her best. That's max damage. But it's not gonna be much because she's a tiny monk. But I love her. I'm just singing again. Stab!
So how much damage?
10. Yep.
How
10
much?
points of damage. Then, There's also... is she concentrating on any spells right now?
She is concentrating on a spell.
Cool. Gala got the Mage Slayer feat as part of her,
Oh!
things.
Can you read to me what it does again?
When you damage a creature that is concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on the saving throw it makes to maintain concentration.
Okay. I will roll concentration, take the lower of these two numbers. Is it plus con? Yes, plus con, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, that's not... Gala did not say that.
Gala says, exclamation mark, 2d20 plus 1.
So,
Oh!
yeah, so...
That's gonna fail.
Yeah.
Mage Slayer!
So, yeah, she gets a 3. She drops concentration on a flaming sphere. That's good, because she was about to move it closer to you guys. I will say, though, something does happen as you attack her, and I have to... I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. As you see, when you attack her, she points a finger towards you, and almost from underneath you, a set of flames rise out of the ground. She's casting Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see. That's a Dex save, you said?
Yep, Dexterity saving throw. She's casting a 2nd level, so
Okay. Ooh, that's actually okay because she's got a +7 to that as the save, so that is a 21.
21. So you make it
21.
past. Yeah, that's her spell save DC. So you only take half of this. You only take half of 17, which is 8.
8.
It's 8.
All right.
So you only take 8 fire damage.
Great. This lady is full of surprises. Let's see. I'm just checking. I do apologize that I'm holding stuff up. I am learning.
No, take your time. Take your time. There's gonna be plenty of fights during this, so you're gonna get a chance to learn a lot.
She doesn't want to get close because that's a bad idea for the unarmed strike because unarmed strike is only punchy. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else she can do because none of her spells are bonus action as far as I'm aware. So yeah, I don't think she can do anything else on that. So talking's a free action. You know what? Fuck it. She is going to look at Bar and just go, "We don't have to do this. Please."
Give me a hot minute.
Pardon?
1 second. She'll just look back at you and say, this is your final warning. That's it.
That's all she can do.
How are you doing? Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Inmate is next.
God, imagine knowing what to do.
Well, your friends are hurt.
Yeah.
Grills just got
points at Grills.
squished.
My health got overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I can do. Let me make sure that like I can actually get in range.
I want you in
With 30 feet of
there.
movement, this is how far up you can move. Avi?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to look at range on shit. Oh fuck, that's touch. God damn it.
I mean, alternatively, you can hold your action and wait for me to get in.
If you're moving forward and you hold your action, once Grill gets here, you can cast a spell on him.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move forward, yep, and just wait for Grills.
So you're holding your action for Grills to come to you. So you can cast, if you don't mind telling me what spell.
I think I might up that to 2nd level, yeah.
2nd level. Cure Wounds?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I think as a free action, they're going to speak as I try to figure out what words they say. I don't think they would know that everybody else saw it, but so I think what they're going to say is she knows Tokoh.
Oh man, the mention of that name and the fact that like she can no longer find where Tokoh is. Now even more she thinks that Tokoh is not currently real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if that's all you're saying, she looks at you and she says, "Do you know that name?"
Because
And
Tokoh is here. They have a +0 to deception. I'm
no,
pretty
but you still have to roll persuasion. You're trying to convince her that something that is true.
Yeah, no, but like even like their passive deception is awful.
Hold up. That. Oh no, that's a save. That's advantage on saves. Never mind. Ignore
Yeah.
me.
That's a 13.
Straight up, does not believe you, and this is a mother in grieving. Imagine if you went up to a mother who had thought she had moved on from something and told her that her kid is now alive.
No, that's fair. Inmate's one fatal flaw when it comes to being a doctor is that they are incapable of comforting their patients.
Yeah, well, she just responds back to you, my child has been dead. Stop torturing me with these illusions. And if that's the end of your turn, it's now Ba's turn, and she was gonna do something, but now she's targeting you, Inmate.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. Go for it.
You
Oh,
are targeting
man.
Macy. Everyone hates you now.
You're the one who said things.
No,
You drew her aggro.
I look at them. Just go for it.
Yeah, I'm aware. 10 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet. Technically, she doesn't know you're in there. That still would be. Give me a second. I'm reading the spells. Just make sure I'm getting everything right. That's a 20-foot radius. Oh, no. Okay.
That gets her as well, and Tokoh.
Well, yes, but also no.
Hey?
She's going to cast Fireball.
Alright, cool.
I
Uh,
don't care. The room is fireball.
20-foot
Fireball.
radius.
That's a dex save, right?
Yep, that's dex save from
Yeah.
everybody within the circle.
Okay.
She can definitely target it so that way it doesn't hit her. Plus, she would have had something very specific. She is going to invoke Flame Mastery, which is an ability of hers.
Oh,
So
fuck.
no. Don't worry. If this would bring you down to unconscious, it only brings you down to 1 HP. So that's 8d6. Everybody roll a d7 saving throw, including you, Tokoh.
So Tokoh
Uh,
rolled a 2 on the dice.
Nope.
But my question is, you mentioned like if this would have knocked you unconscious, it would get you down to 0.
It would get you
this-
down to 1.
You don't get knocked unconscious if you get knocked out your world shape, not unless
Yeah,
the
no,
damage is enough to then carry you
Yeah,
over.
no, what I'm asking is, would this get Tokoh down to 1 in their wild shape, or would it just get them out of their wild shape?
That's a good fucking question. I hadn't even considered.
You're only forced out of the wild shape if it goes to 0 HP.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Flame Mastery
That's true.
specific. Flame Mastery, the way that I've worded it at the very least, specifically states that it brings you down to 1 HP. So I'm going to say yes, it brings you down to 1 HP in your wild shape, meaning you're not out of it yet. But
Okay.
any other damage that does it is going to bring you down out of your wild shape, and any residue damage.
Okay,
gonna
this is
follow.
so funny because cats only have 2 HP, believe it or not.
I fucking.
If
This
you,
is,
if you take the average, yeah. I think they only get like a d4 minus 1, so they only have 3 HP at most.
Who cares? What?
This is a very singed cat.
yeah, you in a very toonish fashion. You're in smoke. What did everybody else roll? Libby and Inmate.
Libby got an unnatural 20.
Okay,
Inmate
you
got
only
a
take.
17.
Okay, so both of you actually only take 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
This is a very singed Muppet born through the multiple.
She is so.
Libby
Red-
walked into this cave red. I think she's gonna walk out of it black.
When we get
Whoa.
out of here, Gala's treating you to a spa day.
Yep. Speaking of which, Libby,
Libby.
that's her turn. So Libby, you're up next. Nebula, you're on deck.
Cool. Was it overt that she targeted Inmate?
It's pretty obvious that she looked into Inmate's direction the moment that he started talking, or that they started
Cool.
talking. In like, they were going to do something, stop that spell, and refocused it on Fireball. So
Cool. She's gonna do a hit. Yes, I know. She's gonna do a hit.
you're gonna move forward, do a hit.
Libby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at
Girl's
her.
voice. What did I just say?
So that's two-handed. Whoa. 20
20 definitely
unnatural. Yep. So that is going to be two-handed. So we've got Helen, please. Ugh, not you. You know. So we've got a 8 plus 8 plus 7. She's gonna use Divine Smite at second level
Okay.
for an extra 6 and 8, unless you just want me to double the 6.
Oh no, you double the
Uh,
Divine Smite if it's a nat 20.
It's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, then you don't double anything. You just
I'm using Divine Spite at
second level.
yes.
That just means you, for every level above first, you just add an extra dice of damage.
Yeah. And so she rolled a 6 and an 8.
Okay, so can you just give me this is just one attack, right?
Yes.
Can you just give me the total damage?
Total damage. Oh gosh, what did I say for the D10? That was I think I'll go 8 plus and she rolled 7.
While you're doing that calculation, Inmate, you just got hit by 12 points of damage from Fireball, and you are holding
Oh
a
yeah, I
spell.
need to roll.
You need to roll concentration for me, if you don't mind.
Alright.
Oh, that probably wiped out the temporary hit points on Tokoh as well. That fireball.
That's true. So that's where most of those hit points went.
No. I mean, if that's it, I think that's this. Yeah. No, wait. no,
Well,
never
there's
mind.
still the advantage on conch checks.
Yeah.
Not conch checks, con checks.
Yeah, concentration is a constitution, is a con check, so you get advantage.
Oh, I mistyped. That's supposed to be a 13. So that would be a 15 total.
You more than it's you have to just roll above a 10.
16,
Yeah.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. It's gonna be 27 total, I believe.
27 total?
That's one attack.
Yep.
And let me double check how many javelins she has. We're good. And she's going to throw
We'll say
another
before you do your next
Yep.
attack.
How
you
many?
take 10 cold damage.
Cool.
Are you stabbing with a javelin or are you throwing it? Because you were throwing and rolling at disadvantage.
Yeah. She's going to
Rage.
Yeah, she's going to step back to throw it.
Okay. I will say, just because we dangled it earlier, but you did, because you were throwing them, but you do need to step back a little bit further. And also, now you're
Yeah.
walking out of her range. Technically, she gets an
Yep.
attack of opportunity.
Yep. I didn't say Libby was smart.
You can't do... No, to be fair, she doesn't have any, like...
Melee.
Yeah, like, she'll try to hit you. Fucking backhand you.
You're going to backhand
Oh, wait,
him?
no, she can't, because that takes up her reaction, and she used her reaction during...
Yeah, she used her No, she would have gotten her reaction back after.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so she can... No, she's gonna keep it. She's gonna keep it. It's good to have for other things. Also, technically, she could use her reaction to Hellish Rebuke you then.
Yay! Just a little crispy.
Not yet. The Fire Shield is doing his job.
That was a crit fail on that javelin throw, though.
Crit
F.
fail.
Yep.
Goes
Swings
straight
by.
into it.
Yeah. Well, you just go straight into the door next to you.
Just barely missing grills.
Yeah, barely
Just,
missing
like,
girl.
dart his head
Wait,
out the
is
way.
it a crit miss?
Yeah, that was a 1 on the die.
That was a crit miss. Roll me another
Yeah.
d20.
All right. Ah! I need to get my 7.
That doesn't hit girls. Cool. It just passes by girls.
Absolutely not. You're kidding me.
One of my favorite rules to do is crit miss, and if you roll another crit miss, you get to roll again to try and hit the enemy again. It's anyways.
Oh,
I think it's funny.
that is funny.
Especially with tunes.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nebula, you're up next with Grill on Toe.
Nebula is going to try and get within sight of Bach.
Okay, you can move 30 feet, and you have Misty Step.
Yes, but he is not using that.
Okay. So,
He is going to cast Hold Person,
hold person. Okay.
which should have to make a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
She doesn't have anything that gives her disadvantage, and it's just straight up.
I think it's just a flat roll.
Yeah, it's just a flat roll. So she does have Wisdom saving throw proficiency. So
It's gonna be fucking high.
it's only +6. So she rolled a 21.
Yeah.
Roll me d20 again.
Again?
Wild sounds.
Oh. Okay. Flat?
It's +3, or any 1, 2, or 3 will trigger.
Oh, yeah, it's, well, I rolled a 10, so...
Roll a 10, you're fine. No, so no wild
Okay.
search yet. None of you have anything to help with that, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, no, she sadly, you attempt to hold down the. How does the spell look?
Man, I have to remember. He last used it in his very first game, and I don't remember how I described it then. I think
Rage!
I think it's something along the lines of like, wisps of like purple transparent energy, kind of like wrapping around.
Okay, so you see these like lashes of magical energy attempt to grab hold, and it's almost as if the fire shield burns them away. It did not take hold. Grills, you're up next.
I need to roll oh no.
Oh,
I only just realized that the rolling for d20 was for the magic search.
yes.
I only just realized that. I was like, I need to roll back to. Oh wait, I already did.
Rip.
I'm keeping track of you. Don't worry.
All right, thank you.
Grills.
Okay.
Are you gonna go to get the heal, or are you gonna?
No, he's absolutely going to get the heal. I'm just double checking because I play rogues. Well, I was playing a rogue just before this, and I forget which things rogues can do and which things monks can do.
You can disengage with a bonus action, but it does cost a key point.
It spends key point, yeah. Yeah, okay. What he's gonna do is, yeah, he's gonna spend a key point to disengage. Let's do that. Spend a key point to disengage. And then he's going to dart around to go to the healer because ow!
So that uses up 30 of your movement.
That's fine.
We're gonna hit like a fire extinguisher. You want heals?
Inmate, you can roll for the healing
Yes,
dice.
I need to remember how their spell modifier is because of items.
Yeah, that's the thing. Y'all are lower level, but y'all have magic items. Girls might be level 6, but his only fancy item is a 30 gold knife.
Listen, the only magic item that Tokoh has.
Well, that might not be much, but takes 15 HP.
15! I'll
It's
fucking take that!
it's good. Believe me. When you're fighting a high level caster like this,
That's a fifth of his hit points, my guy.
Just take it.
Yeah.
I'm taking it. And he gives you a nod and goes, turns around and pulls out a dart this time and will hold his action to throw the dart should cast another spell in Inmate's general direction, and because talking is a free action, goes, "Do you really think that we know enough about you to torture you with images of a dead child? Tokoh is here. You need to accept that."
Oh man.
The music just cut out.
Yeah.
That was good timing.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Oh. Let's see. I don't think she responds. Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, if you want to do something, I'd allow you to do a persuasion check, but
Okay.
this
Persuasion.
yeah, like, this is a very high DC.
This is his top step.
Niall, your name is Bob.
Gross.
Oh no.
No. This is the good exasperated girls.
Holy shit!
What was it? What'd you roll?
Me! This is his dump side.
Yeah.
Girls! Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
You rolled a nat 20.
Fuck me, sideways with a rusty
You
chainsaw.
needed literally a 20. So
Oh shit!
yeah, you needed a 20. It was DC 20. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is so fitting. This is so fitting, although I am slightly disappointed I can't pebble back now.
No, my friend. This doesn't stop her. Again, this doesn't stop her. The fight's still going, but she is going to get disadvantage on her next turn for whatever attack she does, or advantage depends on whether she casts like fireball or something like that. For you guys, advantage for you guys. So
Thank you, girls.
Thank you, girls.
Girls beloved.
Tokoh, you're up with Gala on deck.
Okay, so if I were to like because cats do have climbing speeds, and if I wanted to deposit a pebble like in Last Pocket, would that be a slide or a stealth, or
That would be a sleight of hand.
I still have the advantage since I rolled a nat 20 like the last turn, and
She has yet to see you, although you did take damage.
but then like I got singed. That was 1 point. Okay.
You know.
There was just this strangled.
Um,
Actually.
I'll give you advantage because you did roll a nat 20 last time.
Okay. All right, please advantage. Save that. Oh, thank God, that was a 17.
You do have proficiency with stuff as a cat.
Oh shit, no, that's not a 17 then. That's a 19.
Okay. So with a 19, you do manage to deposit the pebble onto her pocket.
Okay, and I'm jumping off because I assume I climbed a little to get there. I'm jumping off, and druids can wild shape out of their wild shape as a bonus action.
Oh, that was. Is that a bonus action or is it just a free action?
It's a bonus action, yeah.
It's a bonus?
Shifting
Okay.
into the wild shape is an
It's an
action,
action.
but
Okay,
shifting out
good.
of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a bonus.
Okay, so bonus action, you shift out of it. The sleight of hand was your action anyway, so.
Yeah, but talking is a free action, so
Correct.
they are gonna speak the command word that activates the pebble.
Now, here's a quick question. Here's a question I have for you, Vamp, as Tokoh.
Yes.
Can you talk as you're right in front of your mom?
I don't know. I'm rolling a whiz save for that. Holy shit! That's a 17.
Cool.
Ew.
Okay. So what is the
Wait,
command word if you don't
hold
mind me
on.
asking?
Wait, no, it's 3.
It's 3?
What?
No.
No, I thought it was a 17 because I'm
Don't you have advantage?
used to rolling
Additionally,
You do
any
have
You have
advantage.
advantage.
It's a wisdom or charisma saving throw the next minute does so with advantage. Libby
do
yelled
have
really
advantage.
loud.
Okay, if I have the advantage, that's a 9 with the whiz save proficiency. That's a 14. So I
That's
think
enough.
that makes it. Yeah.
So what is the command word if you don't mind asking?
Command word is guilt.
Guilt.
Oh, shoot.
Really?
Really?
You're gonna
You-
be that on the nose with it?
Like,
Oh,
that's
okay.
actually the command word.
It's actually the command word. I've never decided on the command word for the pebble.
Yeah, you didn't tell. God, you just.
Fucking Christ!
This is Undertale, okay? I'm allowed to be on the nose with it.
No, that's considering
Okay.
Undertale, yeah.
Can you
Wait,
read to
wait,
me?
wait.
Can you read to me what the pebble does specifically, or can you copy
Do
and
you
paste
want
it into the
better? I'll
thing?
copy paste it into the
That's-
standard price roller.
That's perfect. So a pebble just
Fuck,
simple.
who has
It's,
the-
it's,
Who has the-
it's spoken. The weight changes to that with 1 metric ton. The activation word. That would be thrown. You say. Putting phone in someone's pocket where it's slide handle. Okay. So that's a metric ton in a pocket made out of cloth. So
Yes.
first
I think
of all,
it pulls her over.
Yeah, it's at least gonna pull her down.
yes. Which, I mean, here's what I'll say happens. 1 moment. Is this the right song? Okay. So here's what happens. You see, after what Growth stated, like tears just begin flowing, like even like further of her eyes. She has a massive stream just going down her face, and then out of nowhere, Tokoh, you unwild shape, and after having placed this rock in her pocket, and just say the word guilt, and it almost as if like not the rock, but the guilt of her past brings her down into a prone shape, and she is facing you. You are face to face with your mom.
That was a 6 with save. was a 6 with save. Like,
With advantage?
oh yeah, the advantage. Thank God. Okay, that's a 20 with save. That's
Okay,
better.
so
There we go.
again, the fight's still going. This is still all on black and white. She has not stopped, but she does look at you with a tearless face. And she just says the words, Tokoh. And she pulls her hand up to cup your cheek.
Connects.
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
Connects. It connects. Her hand does connect with
okay.
it.
She pulls you in for a hug.
Odd, and it's just that thing where Tokoh can't help cling a little because they don't remember this woman. They don't know who she is, but just being hugged by her like makes their eyes like well up with tears, and they're just like clinging to her, and they're just I'm sorry.
Apologize. The fight stops. You see the black and whiteness just goes away. We're out of initiative.
Out of character, let me breathe a massive sigh of relief because I was so worried the entire fight we were gonna actually kill her.
I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, let me end the encounter. Just encounter ends. We're gonna take a because I feel like emotions are gonna run a little high. Let's take a small 5-minute break. Go get some water. And we'll get back to this.
I would have known that behind that, Girls is quietly keeled over.
Don't worry, with the recent level up, Inmate has access to mass cure wounds, I think it was? Or mass healing
In
word?
Mass Healing Word, Mass Cure Wounds the fucking 5th level spell, my dude.
Yeah, I know my spells.
Yeah, well,
It'll be
somebody
Mass
might
Healing Word.
be able to cast that.
Does she have any spell slots left for it?
She has a 1/5 level spell slot. She did not use it.
Fair enough.
I am going to get some water. Here.
I hold up Nebula and I say he did not attack her once. He tried to stop her from using spells that required movement, and that didn't work, but he did not attack her once.
Handshake Nebula and Tokoh, they did not attack her once.
No.
Handshake, Nebula, Tokoh, and Inmate.
Everyone else did a bit.
I cannot believe I actually got away with that pebble.
That was fucking glorious. That was inspired.
That was wonderful. We applaud.
I have been sitting on like what I was making the command word for like ages. I've never
That was such a good command word.
I will. Helen, no. I'm sorry.
Before you all get me for being too on the nose with it, I'm just like, this is Kara from Undertale.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But
It makes sense. It's in
We can
character.
still fuss at you for it.
yeah, we can still make fun of you for it.
I know, like genuinely, I was thinking of the command word being heavy or something, and then Tokoh was like, "Don't kill me."
I mean, conscience would have been just as effective.
True, but this is Tokoh.
Yeah,
This Kara
Tokoh is a
Undertale.
child.
Yeah. Also, Mixter, gender neutral pronoun, title, Kara that literally appears like in the end of No Mercy to judge you for your sins.
I will say if this hadn't happened, after the next couple of hits we'd managed to land on her, Libby would have tried sleep.
Yeah, no, sleep was my backup plan as well. Because I learned that as a wizard.
Again,
Grills was hoping to go to the school of Undertale where you beat the shit out of someone just before.
that's
the next
basically
episode.
what you. To be fair, that's basically what you did.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I know a lot of people who have accidentally killed Toriel their first run. Because it's not
Yeah.
like you can, like,
Also, I
jump.
wouldn't. I haven't told you how much HP she had left.
Much.
Nope,
I'm
not
gonna
yet.
guess at least triple digits.
No. She is not in triple digits, so I'll let you know that for sure.
Sunny?
Huh?
Sunny HP? Is that how much she's at? Like, around
I'm not gonna
20?
tell you.
Well, we
The
are.
fight
hey,
has stopped.
Hey,
The fight has stopped. I'll let you know.
Hey,
She's
Jade.
at 45 HP.
Okay.
You honestly, you guys are a team of 6 versus 1.
Yes.
Yeah,
In another
we
round,
we're gonna win
yeah.
that
In
fight.
another round, you would have 100% like, and especially with the black and white. What the black and white does is it hides a lot of damage. Like you cannot tell how much damage you have done, which is a big problem, particularly.
Yeah.
You know when you take big hits because you see the effects, but
Yeah, I was gonna say we are out of combat now, so we can tell if she's bloodied or not.
correct. Which I will say she does have like multiple wounds on her, like coming from multiple different directions.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna wait a little bit longer because Avi and Vwild, I don't think I care.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab more food.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi. Yeah. If you wanted to know, by the way, she was an 18th level caster, technically.
Yeah, my guesstimation was right.
Yeah. She doesn't have any actual spells that are higher than 5th level. Just because I didn't want to give her any, and she doesn't do that much research, but she technically can upcast if she wanted to.
What class were you pulling?
Not a
from?
class. It's just a monster set. Again,
Oh.
I don't
Fair
do D&D sheets and character sheets for.
No, you know, I know that, but some stat blocks will say what class they're pulling from.
It just said 18th level spellcaster. Technically, I pulled from a very specific monster. Let me.
From a what now?
A monster. Like I took a look at a bestiary and I was like, okay, what's the closest thing?
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
What
That
is?
one.
It was technically like a high DC, but I forget what it is.
I mean, 21 does sound about right for an 18th level caster.
No, she was a high DC, but I don't know what. No, sorry, CR. The DC actually is just 16, with specifically with mage armor.
Oh, this reminds me, Jade. Thank
Do you
you.
mean
so
DC racing?
What's up, Vamp?
Thank you so much for letting me pebble to Toriel.
Yeah, I mean, you had it. Fact of the matter is, you snuck up on her. You rolled and you rolled high enough.
I did not think that I was gonna succeed on the rolls. Not gonna lie.
Like it was a combination of you brought her down to your level, and also girls like
Successfully
Successfully-
convinced her.
convincing her.
The 1 in 10 roll succeeded. I'm still remember the fact that I think this is like the second time that I've gone, yeah, charisma is girl's dump stat, and then roll the nat 20.
Yeah.
I think I did it last session as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm back!
I think I found
But
the.
you're
I think
vile.
I think I found the stat block that I used for her, which was a fire main angel. For certain things, and then
Oh.
a Fenor for most of her abilities. So she
That
has
makes sense.
yeah, she has the HP of a fire main angel and a Fenor's most of Fenor's abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody return or no? We still got Libby
Yep.
and Arrows.
Still waiting on.
I came back just in time, but
Ah.
Still
yeah,
waiting on trying to think.
We're still waiting
I'm
on
running
Libby.
the rice real quick. I'm here. I'm just cooking.
Oh.
Okay, so Libby is here.
Trad's here, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be referring to you guys by character names because that's what my brain's currently on.
That is
Understandable.
fair.
Marvelous.
Okay.
What did I miss when I was gone, by the way?
I'm sorry?
Did I miss anything important? Because I could hear you speaking, but I was in the other room.
I was just talking about like where Ba's stats came from.
Bob's like, what
She's
was it, 18th level?
CR 18th level caster, CR 12.
Damn.
Monster. So
Man.
Did we
yes.
manage to stub her toes? Like, how...
Oh, she's at 45 HP. Like, you
Oh.
did more than half her health.
Yay!
us handshake her doing more than half someone's health.
I mean, look, she even has a special ability where she can cast magic missile, but it's fire damage instead. So, like, she has a
That's
bunch of,
hilarious.
she has fire mastery, which is specifically just her ability to bend fire in such a way that lower the damage or not hurt certain people if she wants to.
If you want to know something truly fitting, I mentioned that in this recent level up, I'm multi-class Tokoh into Wizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I've been flavoring Toko's class and spells and levels up is that it's less that they're gaining experience and more that they're regaining like lost experience, if that makes sense.
Well, hey, you. Okay, I know what I know a couple of things after this. Don't worry about it. We're just
Okay.
waiting on Trad. I got a good idea on my brain.
I'm
putting-
here. I'm here. I've been here. I've just been muted because there's rice.
Okay, so if you're okay
And-
with us going
Yeah.
forward, okay, cool.
I'm
cool.
I'm putting it on the stove now.
Okay,
I've been here the entire time!
Yeah, but no, I'm just like, it's actually fitting because one of the spells Toko learned as a level 1 wizard right now is, or relearned, is Burning Hands.
She does have that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it also
So-
has that. Twice.
So, back in it. Tokoh, you are being hugged by your mother, and despite you not knowing this hug is not only familiar but also like so
Very-
warm and just. How's Tokoh feeling right now?
God, like they don't like again. Well, I can roll a history, I guess. Although their mind's a little scattered right now.
I wouldn't say you need to roll history for this. This hug
Yeah.
is not only familiar, but it feels right in that sense. Like it's something that's been missing for a long time.
It's something they've been. It's like you ever like just miss something without realizing it, and then you get it, and it's just like, oh, this is something you didn't even realize you've lost.
What is everybody else doing as you see the tension has lowered?
Inmate's trying to gather everyone so they can heal.
Quietly keeling over.
Libby's not budging. She's staring down Ba with a steely gaze and is ready to do a whack if she raises a hand against their child.
Nebula is going to see if he can stop that. He's gonna walk over to her and just kind of be like, leave them be. It seems fine now.
She just glares at him now.
And he does still have. I don't think it's been a minute yet, so he does still have fire shield. So he's still like on fire right now.
Yeah, technically she does too. So
I'm pretty sure Fire Shield lasts 10 minutes, by the way.
yeah, so this is gonna be a while.
If that's not helping Libby, Inmate does kind of just wave Libby over so they can check her to make sure she's all right.
Libby is no longer glaring at Ba, but she is engaged in like she's waving her hands back in a way like, no, I'm not doing that.
Hey, Libby.
Yeah.
Gala does try and catch your eye, and she's still got her spear out. She's not taken much damage. You get the feeling of she's willing to stay here as the if something happens, I'll attack while you go and get healed. Just go and check on Matey, go and get yourself sorted out.
Yeah, so she goes.
Okay.
All
So
right.
while all of this is happening, Tokoh, like not only that you're being hugged, but your hair like it's just being stroked from behind, like just you. This is someone who definitely has missed you a lot, even if you don't know who they were, and they like they pull you away from the hug just to look in your face and like hold you in by the shoulders and just say, "Why are you here?"
I they're trying to smile. It's not working. Like they're trying to smile it off, but there's genuinely a lot of emotions right now, and they can't quite manage laughing it off. And
The question: Are you crying?
huh?
Are you crying?
Yes.
She is wiping your tears.
How dare you? Yeah, Togo's just like I I will out out there on the gold, golden hour side, and they kind of like shake their head a little, and they're just like, I don't re- don't re- don't remember anything.
Okay. And she just holds you like she has like even if you can't like bring a smile to your face, she just brings like she has a smile just looking at you and like with tears in her eyes and like um it's okay. We can figure it out. It's I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Toko's just like again. Toko doesn't even know what she's apologizing for, but they're just like, no, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh man, I don't even know what the fuck to say here. Like, I don't think she knows what to say here. She just kind of pulls you in for another hug if you let her. Like,
Yeah, they'd let her, and like honestly, Toko like at this point, like Bah probably knows this is a ghost.
yeah,
At
she's
this
met a
point.
couple of ghosts in her life.
Yeah, and kind of I gesture at the fact that they disappeared, reappeared, etc. And the Violet as she's hugging them, they don't have any real body warmth or pulse, breathing.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter how you're back, Toko. It's been so long.
I... And they kind of hug 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 back, but they also look back at the rest of the party.
Which you definitely can do.
Mm.
How does the rest of the party respond?
I think. Hmm.
I
See, Inmate's still in professional doctor mode.
I think Grills is gonna quietly clear his throat and go, might I suggest that we reconvene this conversation somewhere slightly more calm than this?
Right, right. The others need to sleep.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again, man?
Yeah, no, Tokoh is just like, right, right. The others need to sleep.
And she picks you up if you let her, because she honestly doesn't want to let you go. Like you can tell there's a fear in her eyes that the moment that she lets you go, you're not coming back.
They'll let her.
Yeah.
Oh, are you okay?
Are you asking Bosch is okay?
I'm asking Vwild.
Vwild, are you
Give me
okay?
the teeniest, tiniest whine.
You okay, Vwild?
I'm dying of emotions. I'm fine.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Okay. So,
Avi.
with
Do
a
it, Avi. Do it, Avi.
to expedite a little bit, Ba stands up and begins like she's looking at around the place now that she sees what she's done, and you can tell she definitely regrets it a little bit. Maybe more than a little bit. She probably hasn't pulled out most of those spells in a while. And there is a sense of like there are scorch marks left on the floors, on like this like everywhere, just wherever a fire spell was casted or wherever fire damage happened. And she just grimaces and looks at a lot of you and just says, I don't know how you've brought my child back here. Why or who you lot are, but thank you. We should, yes, reconvene back at home, I guess. You see, she's doing multiple pieces of mind. Like, she's doing math in her head, just like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, but also like so happy to fucking see you, Tokoh. Like, there are multiple emotions running through her head.
Tokoh is like, again, it's kind of like there is slight distance there because they don't remember her in turn, but at the same time, like all this feels so familiar and nice and warm, even if for some reason like they kind of want to burst into tears and keep apologizing.
Yeah.
Let's go and convene, and I'll make some tea. You made pie earlier. We can sit and talk and figure things out from here.
And quickly enough, a lot of you make your way back. Stop this song and now start up this song again. Back at home. Tea is made, pie is served. A lot of you sit around a table, scorched, damaged, hurt. But for the most part, fine. You see, she brings out a spell book again, and she's been holding you this entire time. She hasn't let you let go of you, Tokoh. And you see like a spell book like full of wizard spells and like even a couple of druid spells in themselves. She's been alive for a long time. She's got a couple of different tricks up her sleeve. And she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds on a lot of you. So
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. How are you looking now, Grills?
I mean, Grills was brought back up above half health by Inmate. Past the initial burst of pain, he didn't really show much in the way of pain. Kind of a practice stoicism. But he was leaning on his quarterstaff a little bit, and he's no longer doing that. So
That's good.
So
That's
the
good.
lot of you altogether healed another extra 20 HP. And she doesn't even heal herself. She chooses all of you to heal.
he is back to full.
Gala has 2 spells left and as a show of good faith is going to heal the lady just a little bit.
Libby glares at her from across the table.
You can roll insight if you like, Libby.
How much HP, if you don't mind me asking?
That's what I'm trying. I'm figuring out. I'm trying to find my goddamn D8. Where are you, D8? That's a D10. That's a D8. There. Okay, thank you.
That's an
That-
8 insight.
Yeah, no, Libby, you don't get jack shit. Sorry, honey.
I mean, if
Stupid
this were
lesbian.
if this were Inmate instead, that would have been more understandable because they are literally a doctor trademark.
Mm-hmm.
Libby, you do get that Gala is making eye contact with you before she does it, as though she's trying to convey something, but yeah, no, you're not getting it. That's also a 9, by the way. 9 health back.
9 health back, thank you. She definitely appreciates it and gives a small nod.
If nothing else, Inmate's gonna go over to at least bandage her a little bit.
She definitely accepts. It's a little difficult with Tokoh in arms, but she definitely lets you.
They are a very skilled doctor trademark.
Is Inmate back at max?
Yes.
Okay.
I think after a couple of bites of pie and sips of tea, she does speak up again and just says okay. And looks at Tokoh, looks at the rest of you. Tell me what's going on here.
I'm afraid you have the
know.
better of us.
Okay.
All we know is that Tokoh is a ghost that is missing their memory, and that they are drawn to the field of flowers outside this mountain.
At the mention of missing memories, that widens her eyes a little bit, and she's looking at you, Tokoh, as if this is true.
Tokoh nods. They actually did mention it earlier, but I probably didn't hear it because Ba was going through it, TM, but they did say that they didn't remember.
And Inmate continues and says, we'd been attacked by... they were plant-based constructs, right?
Yes, it was so
2 animated trees and a wood.
so
Yeah, I
it's
don't think Inmate know what those
Grills
are.
would.
specifically
So if Inmate hesitates,
specifically with your kind of checks you guys made, you were able to find out that they were basically the little constructs that you guys found that were made out of stone, the little guys, were basically inside of the trees and brought them to life, almost as if they were meching, almost like the trees were mechs.
Voltron!
Yeah, in a sense, but no, without the bad 5 last seasons. Anyways,
God, okay.
I will always take a chance to diss fucking Voltron's last 5 seasons. Anyways, point is, so that's what you gathered from that.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say this. Inmate's just relaying how they got down here.
Previously on.
Yeah, got it. Easy enough. she does a small little thing before like turning to Tokoh and says, "You don't remember anything?"
Tokoh. That is four. Wait, I still have advantage on wisdom. Sorry. That is a nat fucking 20. Okay. I think. It's a nat fucking 20.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tokoh
What
just.
is this roll for, if you don't mind me asking?
This is me. This is just me checking to see, because Toko's memories are actually kind of scrambled. Like what they remember varies from game to game.
Mhm.
And this was me checking. Like some things remain consistent. They do remember the Lantern Crew more often than not because the Lantern Crew is right there. But when you are a ghost, you're kind of living outside the flow of time, and that kind of messes up like your perception / concept of time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And there is one fact, one like they remember their name and their age, but there is one other thing that Tokoh actually remembers, but not always. And then not 20 though, I think they do recall this because they pipe up. I think I had a little brother.
You see, she brings her hand up to her mouth, just like covering it, like, yeah. One moment, and she's going to go like she leaves behind all of you and walks over to like. You see, she's just walking forward. You guys can see her from the. She's walking towards her room, and she's rummaging for a couple of things.
In the meantime, Tokoh is looking at Inmate and kind of just like,
Yeah.
Mate is having a time, and Gala is draping them with her cloak. Just, you're getting the precious stim.
Tokoh handshake matey having a time.
Yeah, like I rolled a memory check because everybody else enabled me. Fuck you guys, I love you. And they did pass.
Hello.
So they're kind of like half zoned out.
Oh boy.
It's remembrance time.
Yeah.
You get to know what Inmate is remembering?
Labeled remembering.
There were multiple people talking at once.
Yeah, I could not understand it. Arrow,
I was asking if we get to know what Inmate is remembering.
Does a heart emoji. You'll have to ask
I'll
them.
take that. I'll take that as a no then. You were saying
Libby
something?
takes whatever. Libby, I don't know where she's seated at the table. She's really like. She's barely holding back from just like jumping on the table and just yelling at Ba.
Yeah, I mean, you're 100% fair.
But she does get up from whatever chair she's in, if she's not already next to wherever Inmate is, and she crawls into the chair next to them.
Fair.
And digs around in their pocket and shoves their butterfly plush thing into their hand.
Oh yeah.
Tokoh just at seeing the butterfly plush, Tokoh just kind of blinks and then looks at Inmate and is just like, you still have to shape plush? Like, for Inmate to hug right now, I mean.
And I think Inmate just kind of like blinks out of like whatever stupor they were in and kind of just looks down at the butterfly plush and down at Tokoh, back down and they rummage in their coat pocket and they pull out the sheep plush.
And Tokoh like lights up that you still have it.
It was a birthday gift.
It was. We're so normal.
Yeah. So, eventually, Ba returns, and you see she's holding a small, basically a photo album, like, filled with like pictures, and she places it down on the table, and sits down right next to you, Tokoh, and like waits for you to open it.
Tokoh kind of hesitates, looking at the photo album, but does open it.
So inside, there are pictures of you. Not only you, this you alongside some other folks that you do not recognize. There are other monsters that filled this photo album. You see Toriel. Fuck! I knew I was gonna fuck it up one time.
It was Toriel.
Boss twin sister. It's fine. You have an aunt. Anyways. Anyways. You see multiple pictures of Ba. Like you see like few of you guys with each other. There does seem to be one person who's not featured in almost any pictures in here. I'll let you guess who that is.
I know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a couple of pictures have been taken out. But this is just a small like photo album filled with memories. There are pictures of, and let's make sure I got the name right. I'm going to just go to our DMs.
You want me to pronounce it for you?
Please.
They're all pictures of Tokoh and one other quote-unquote monster. And the monster's name, according to the photos, is Barashiel Filmix. And let me write that down real quick.
Wait, I think I recall this. One. I'm looking forward to seeing it spelled.
Oh, I horribly misheard that. Okay.
You son of a bitch! I know what that one is.
So,
How close you kiss.
anyways,
Son of a bitch!
but the rest of you can also see this. This is just a straight up photo album, just filled with pictures of Tokoh alongside this other goat tune.
Yeah, Tokoh actually looks healthy alive. You know, not
Like,
so
they-
pale and washed out.
You look pale just because I would think that you would just look pale originally, but not as pale as you do now.
Yeah,
like-
it's pale, but it's like a normal like human pale.
It's the
Haven't
kind of
seen
thing where
sunlight
yeah
in
you haven't
ages pale
yeah,
as opposed to deathly pallor.
exactly
Yep.
you haven't seen your vitamin D. You might have a small vitamin D deficiency. That's just how it is.
Someone get this sunlight.
Let me tell you, oranges were one of the first things they got to growing down here. Anyways, but you see Ba just go through multiple like photos of old memories, things that you yourself don't remember, but there's like this is when we visited like so and so place. There's a couple of places all over here that you can see, including but not limited to a place called Waterfall, or not Waterfall. I forget. I am fucking forgetting the name of these
Bootleg
places.
Waterfall.
Yeah,
Bootleg
boot- of some places in of certain places in a game in another universe game called Undertale, which are just
Aqua Trip.
yeah.
Bad mushrooms that night.
But
Don't give the child much.
Tokoh is just looking through this album, and they're just kind of looking at Ba and going, that whatever kill all the other children, kill me and him.
one moment. Yes, Mom. What's up?
Hey, sir.
Yikes! Oofa doofa.
All of the players out of character simultaneously. Yikes from me, dog.
Okay, me out of character, I'm also wincing as I'm saying this, but it's a logical conclusion.
No, it's absolutely a logical conclusion, but it's a fucking yikes moment out of character.
God, poor Tokoh. And poor Ba, who's gonna have to describe this.
Goodness fucking gracious, this is gonna be
I have to
fun.
wonder if she'd conceal a certain piece of information when saying what happened.
The thing is, it's also the fact that Bah, like, in character also doesn't know the full story. We're not getting that story until we
No,
come.
absolutely not. But when she describes what killed the other children, I wonder if she's going to mention that, you know, that's who that is.
That's your dad!
Yeah.
Guess what daddy's taken up while you've been gone? He's got a new hobby.
It's a joke, but yeah. Can we, the players, give Trad inspiration?
Sheer glee in your voice. Actually, that's just hearty, isn't it? Like, that's fucking hearty.
It's fucking hilarious. Let's be real here.
That is going to be one of the things that plays in my head forevermore.
He's got a new hobby.
Of course, I fucking get pulled away in one of the most emotional scenes. I'm sorry, Tokoh. You were saying?
Oh, Tokoh was asking, me and him, did whatever killed the other kids kill us too?
At the mention of that, she doesn't look away. It's not that she looks guilty as much as it's just she's trying to think back to to a very long time ago. And she just says like, we don't know what happened to you after you left. You and Barasio left the underground somehow, and we thought you were gone, or that you couldn't come back, or something like that. Because if I remember correctly, unlike in Undertale, you never returned, correct?
No, yeah, that's the diverging point here, because
Right.
in canon, like, Asriel did return to the underground with Kara's body. That's why Kara's buried in the ruins, and that's why they knew that Asriel was killed by humans. And here, the Asriel XP didn't make it, and Kara was buried outside the barrier instead, which is why when they woke up, it wasn't within the underground.
Sorry. One moment.
Oh shoot, I can't believe Jade is dead.
I'm
Sometimes
right
I see
here.
their
You
voice.
killed them. No.
I had food in my mouth.
Oh, do we get inheritance yet?
Anyways. You don't.
We do get
I'm
do
sorry?
get the inheritance. Right?
No, you don't get in here.
Damn it.
We don't. We thought you were gone, Tokoh. And I don't know what happened to. And she points towards the fact that you're a ghost. And she pulls you in for another hug. You think that she probably hasn't remembered most of this for a very long time.
Tokoh lets her hug them for when she withdraws from the hug. Tokoh just goes, on the place that I woke up in is abandoned. There's no one living there anymore, but someone on the surface said they found some information from legends and myths from really long ago, and they said that there was a myth that and Tokoh kind of racks their brain to remember this, and there's a myth in the surrounding towns and villages that there was once a real kind human child that was killed by a horrifying monster on the surface.
She's taking all this information and she's like, a little confused. Just because, again, it's been over 200 years. So the fact that she, like, there's a small bit of recognition, and you say like the village that you woke up in has been abandoned for years, but the fact that it's been abandoned for years, gives her a little confusion. Long before we were trapped down here, there was a war. A bunch of real kind did not like us, and in turn, some folks of ours did not like them, and fights happened. We lost. They sealed us away underneath this mountain and placed a barrier that did not allow us to leave.
Oh, so Tokoh just takes this in, and they're making the logical conclusion that the myth/legend that IT described might not have been about them at all. Which, out of character, and just that myth/legend was actually hyperbole of when Raziel and Tokoh passed through the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know that in character, so
Yeah.
Tokoh is just like, it's not about me then. It was just like propaganda, basically. Yeah, and Tokoh is just, wait, if there's a barrier around the entire then does that mean that, and they kind of like gesture at everyone, like, does that mean we can't eat?
That's what I meant. The underground, no one can leave the underground. Give me one moment, I gotta pull up the other name. Because
Yeah. In the meantime, Tokoh has just like glanced at the others because like, yes, they are a ghost, and yes, they remember this place, but also the others have actual lives to come back to on the surface.
Mm-hmm. How's everybody reacting? Anybody got anything to say?
Inmate's zoned out.
Inmate voice, look what I can do, dissociates.
I'm curious how Grills and Nebula are doing through all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been like, he's not wanting to interrupt the moment, but for one, Nebula has been stopping himself from trying to look at that photo album just because like he doesn't know what's in there. He doesn't know if there's somehow any clues. He doesn't know he doesn't know, but he's curious. Also, he has okay. He wants to ask Bob question, but I don't know if like emotional moment is over or
I think
calmed
yeah,
enough.
Tokoh has had their questions answered and will mostly be looking at the photo album now. Nebula has the opening if they like.
Okay. He then is going to ask, how long have you all been sealed under here?
And you see, she's going back, like she's thinking. Um, it's been a while. We've been trying to keep track, but we do know that it's been at least 200 years over that.
Has there been anyone else aside from Tokoh that has gone missing, I suppose?
Sadly, as much as I wish I could answer that, I left most of the underground after Toko's death. She's kind of side eyeing Tokoh like, I'd rather not talk about this here.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone wants to take the child and bring them back to the bedroom, they're free. The child is probably like too distracted to fight it at the moment.
How
Do we
does
want to serve the child? That's what you go.
is Tokoh looking content to stay in Ba's arms, or are they kind of getting to like, all right, that's been enough of whatever this is?
I think Brass already put them down.
Yeah, Boz, you've basically been sitting on a chair next to Boz, like with like.
Oh, I thought Ba was still holding.
So, like, if it has gone on this long, even Tokoh would have been like, okay, put me down.
But
Yeah, like Tokoh is like quietly like reading the photo album on a chair next to Bass. So if anyone would like to take the child out of the conversation, they can.
Libby throws a glance at Gala.
Gala, funnily enough, is looking back in just it's the kind of look of, do you want to take the child or do you want me to take the child?
Libby is still not saying anything because she doesn't trust herself not to just start screaming at everything. She
I'd like to imagine
kind
that
of
Libby
looks-
has the fucking like the Kermit look, the one that where
she
he
does
scrunches
have
up.
she does have
The
the
Kermit
scrunch.
scrunch.
Yeah, the
Nice.
Kermit
She's like
scrunch.
her hands are crossed and she's just like her arms are crossed and she's just like very tense. And yes, she's loosened up a little bit listening, but she glances at Inmate and at the kid and then back at Gala. Sort of like, I could take both of them.
You know what? Specifically because Libby is really good with mating and such, there is just the nod. It's that very faint nod of approval. Not in the patronizing way of like someone just going, as a
Yeah.
expected of you, but it's recognition.
Clown to clown communication.
So who's taking Tokoh?
Libby is sort of gently tugging on number one's coat to try and get their attention and do like a follow.
Yeah, they look over.
Yeah, and she's kind of guiding them off the chair, and she looks over. Will Tokoh need to be like physically moved, or if Libby calls?
if Libby calls, they'll send one last glance at Fa. Like less asking for permission, more of a concerned like, will you be okay without me here? Which is
Mhm.
like kind of weird seeing from a child to an adult.
I will say she just closes the photo album and hands it to you to like keep looking at if you want to as you're heading to bed. But she's letting you go.
Right. As long as sure that he doesn't meet Tokoh there, Tokoh will go with Libby and probably like press close to Inmate because Inmate's still going through it.
Yeah, so they go back to the rooms.
I will say that Ba's eyesight almost follows like Tokoh until the moment that they're out of like a second. Leaves, and then she turns back to you, Nebula, and it says, "I left the underground, most of the underground, and sealed myself away here. After Raciel began, and you see she puts like, she puts it like she has both her hands on the table, and like, she has one hand cupping like a fist, and like you see that fist, like the fist in the hand tighten as she says this, um, as Raciel began, taking the real kind that fell down here. Yeah. And there's an anger to her that's currently going on that you saw back at the doors, but now it's phasing towards someone else. Um, the barrier needs real kind souls to be able to be opened again. The only way to do so is with a specific amount, and anyone who falls down here after an accident that we had, in which a real kind murdered a lot of us. Raciel promised to not let any real kind thrive here.
Nebula does not look pleased at this for multiple reasons.
Uh-huh.
Nebula doesn't look pleased at this for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Ba dancing around the fact of who Raciel is, by the way.
She's not gonna mention it.
Grills will. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can try to, if you have a guess, sure, but I don't know how girls would get that kind of information. But
Well, I mean, they've said the name of the kid is Barasiel, and you've
You know
got
what?
Ba here and Raciel there. This
I'll
is
give you that.
well.
I'll
There
give
are
you that.
certain rules.
I'll give you that. That's pretty obvious.
Convention.
Also, she had a pretty strong reaction to.
Yeah.
I think anybody who would consider killing children would have that reaction to it. When that being
Yeah,
said,
no,
but that's
that's it.
fair.
Yeah.
What are you saying, girls?
Grill's been kind of like stood quietly by the door this entire time at parade rest, eyes closed, just listening to the conversation. And without opening his eyes, he just quietly goes, Raciel was someone important, weren't they?
Definitely say that. Yes.
The other child, half of their name is yours, and half of their name is...
He was never good with coming up.
Oh.
So it is Toko's parent.
Correct. Look.
I cannot keep you here. It would be selfish of me to ask for Tokoh for being here. What do you plan to do?
I do not know if the others will follow me in this endeavor. But I plan to head out to the rest of the underworld to explore every inch, every crack and crevice. If I need to, I will chisel the way out with my bare hands.
Might be more difficult than you might think. You would need a soul of a high-leveled monster, or a high-level toon in this case.
Then I will ask for help.
Repeat?
Then he just kind of shrugs and goes, then I will ask for help.
So you would be willing to murder one of us?
No.
There is no other way out.
Nebula is it kind of like it seems out of nowhere. Hold on, let me roll hammer space. Yeah, he takes out a piece of candy. It's still wrapped. It would be analogous to what monster candy is in Undertale.
Okay.
And he's gonna slide that across the table towards her and ask, "Do you recognize this?"
That is, yes, that is monster candy. We have some in the Remnants. There was a room I usually leave out in case anybody falls and makes their way over there.
I think this made its way up to me on the surface. By a ghost who goes by the name of Nepstisnus. So potentially there may be ways for ghosts to come out.
Again, nothing alive can make its way out.
No, I understand that, but it's not no one at all, I suppose.
If there's one thing that I have learned the 5 years that I've lived in Einquell, it is that you should never say that something is impossible. Someone will find a way.
Indeed.
Usually, that way is through friendship.
Hmm.
We will defend ourselves if we must, but we will not be the ones to raise a hand. You needn't worry about it.
We'll have to defend yourselves. Ratio has an army out there specifically designed to look for real kind. They might ignore your friend here, looking at Nebula, but they are going to be targeting you, pointing at all of you, honestly, except for Nebula, because she doesn't know what a Haptoon is.
Gala is actually going to pipe up on that front. She's been sitting all this time with her hands like steepled on the table, thinking through all this, and just goes, "What about half-toons?
What?
Half-toon, half real, half toon. I myself."
Looks you up and down.
Ah,
There's a bit of confusion. There's a bit of confusion to that one.
Gala does straight up just. You kind of see her look as though like some of her coloration, she thought that was apparent, and then she just reaches, and it makes it very apparent that she is going into hammer space. And then just pulls something out at random. She pulls out a crab. Just like a little wooden carved crab. And it's very blatantly apparent it should not have fitted into the place that she just pulled it from.
She's looking at you with a little confusion, a little wonder, like a little, like a bit of wonder, and a bit of curiosity, and just in general, just like, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not familiar with how the outside world is, right now, but going to guess that if half-toons exist, then relations between real kind and toons are at least somewhat better than they were back when I was out there.
Seeing as it's my entire job to be an ambassador between the real and the toons, yes. It's... Political tensions have been a little dodgy as of late, but it's quite settled. We've got some very good bonds.
I know.
Anyone?
Sorry, feel free to go ahead, girls.
No, he just is for Bata to keep speaking.
Okay. I'm not familiar with how the barrier would react to one of you, but I do know that it needs a real kind soul and a tuned kind soul for anybody to exit themselves. The only way for a tune to acquire a human soul is a very specific means, and the only way for a real kind to acquire a tuned kind soul is to kill a high level monster, because our souls sadly do not persist for very long after.
What about gestures a little bit, trying to figure out the words. Forgive me if this word is crass, but what about absorbing it?
You'll have to forgive me. I might be a high level caster, but I am not an expert in most of this. There was a royal scientist you might be able to ask, who is currently working on a way out, but that's not that was not my I was not made aware of any research exactly. Nebula, if you want to roll just a small history check at the mention of a royal scientist.
Nebula?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm squinting from my very understanding of the Underdailies.
Yeah, so that was a 9.
As a 9?
Oh, Nebula!
No, nothing. But yeah, so. We have had a night, and I have some work to do if I want to get that door open. So I suggest you sleep. I'll be in my room. And you see she just grabs her tea, which is not cold by now. She hasn't drank much of it, and just takes it with her. You guys feel free to talk amongst each other, or finally take a rest, a proper long rest.
Nebula is going to... He perked up at what Grill said, and he's gonna quietly say, like, do you think you might be able to pass through?
I don't know. And he like runs a hand through his hair, looking stressed.
I suppose we'll have to see how things go.
I did mean that I am more than happy to attempt to find a way for us to leave on my own. If you want, would rather.
You are absolutely not going on your own.
No, of course not.
If there's one thing I've learned in Inkwell, it's you don't split a party.
Well, that's just common sense everywhere.
Indeed. And yet here you are offering to go off on your own. We've come down together. We have fought together now. We cannot guarantee each other's safety if one goes off on the own and the rest stay here, or if we journey off on different paths. That's just, well, picking ourselves off one by one. I, personally, will be going with you. So I'm sure the others will agree. We will talk to them later, but our tale together isn't done yet.
He nods. Roll insight.
Will do.
Everyone?
Yeah, anyone who's in the room can do this, which I think is just you two.
Yep. That is, what is your insight modifier? That is high. I like these odds. I like this very much. I'm going to tippy tappy type.
Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong channel. Hold on.
That is the
I almost did the wrong thing. Boop! 21!
Okay.
And 10 for Nebula.
Love a misclick like that. Yeah, okay, so Nebula, Grills is a little hard to read, he's kind of naturally stoic. But Gala, you do see a line of tension leave Grill's shoulders. You get the sense he was offering, not because he thought it was the smart thing to do, but because of professional courtesy and he didn't actually want to strike out on his own.
There is... I haven't got the words to describe it, but there is a smile on Gala's face. Not quite diplomatic, but gentle and warm in a way that seems understanding to an extent. Well, we'll see where we go from here, I guess. We don't know how all of this will end, just that it's, well, an interesting campaign. I'm not used to the one-shots, I admit.
Oh, you mean... Yes.
There is a look on her face as though, yes, she just told a joke. Just...
It landed with no one.
I was just...
Grilled, military man! He's using campaign in wildly other senses!
Using it in both! Okay, well, we're definitely going to be setting up Watch again, though, right? Because of, everything that just transpired.
I don't think she reneged on her word. But we can keep watching. Like,
I would.
really, all I require is half an hour to meditate, and then I'll be back to full fighting state. But I could do a full rest.
You've already had a rest. Sorry, you've already had a watch. Go rest. I insist.
Nebula raises his hand and says, I can take this one.
Okay.
So, setting up small watches, you guys handle that easily. Nothing bad happens throughout the night. Tokoh, as you're heading to bed,
Mm,
are you just looking through the picture album?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they are.
Okay. Looking through most of it, while it's mostly you, Raciel, and Ba, alongside multiple other monsters that you do not recognize the name of. Some of them don't have names attached to the pictures, just because others do. But you get to the back of the photo album, and you do eventually get to one picture of that's larger than all of the others. Um, it is of you, Raciel, Ba, and another individual. Um, all kind of standing posed for a family photo. But you do see Ba has a small crown upon her head. Raciel is kind of wearing like a very fancy, like you and Raciel are both wearing a very fancy like Sunday's best set of clothing that almost makes you look like royal, like a little bit like royalty. And a next to behind all three of you, a very tall, large, large build of a goat man, with a um, I want to say pitchfork. What the fuck is trident?
Trident.
With a trident upon one hand and a large crown, and just like a very large golden beard. Um, and
Should I send the picture as me?
what's up?
Should I send the picture of me?
Sure. Like all of you just standing together. Um, there is a there is a there is a sense of like you have they probably like they took a picture of you, like this is a very serious picture, and then you turn the page and there's a very silly picture version of that picture.
Aww.
Honestly, I'm honestly surprised that Ba didn't cut him out of the photo.
This is one she decided to keep just because it's you gotta keep a little good. You gotta keep some of the good memories.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yes. And this is really the like there might be another one or two where like you saw a hand out of the corner of a picture that matches up his, or like a horn, or like something like a thumb covering up like the camera. Like a couple of pictures that were like that, but none that showed his face. But this is the first time we've gotten a really good look.
Is there in this picture? Does it say his name?
No, it does not. This was like a proper photo that was just taken. There's no writing on it.
Alright, then I think Tokoh just kind of wins at this guy, who also feels familiar, and then kind of goes, Doc? And looks over at Inmate. Is Inmate still high key disassociating?
They've come down a little bit, at least.
Libby was going to like try and talk to them like when they went to the room.
I think once they got out of the room with everybody else, they are out of like I think the term would be crisis mode.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing better. I don't know how much they will say, but they are looking back to Tokoh at least.
Yeah, I think Tokoh was gonna ask them something, but seeing like Doc state, they kind of just put down the album for now, and kind of crawls over to sit next to Doc, and it's just like, all right, you've been quiet for? well, since the end of the fight is, and they kind of puff their cheeks and go, something happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think I might remember something, but
And Tokoh just kind of blinks at Matey and goes, you want to talk about it?
and Inmate doesn't emote very much, but like this is probably like one of the very first times where like you've seen them like crease their brow in a way that isn't like their angry yelling or frustration. This is just like the very like light kind of confusion. And they say, I think I might have been adopted.
Oh. And Tokoh kind of assesses that, and you're gonna press close to the doctor if the doctor allows it.
Yeah, no, you're not pushed away or anything. They just don't know how to hug people very well.
Yeah, Tokoh isn't necessarily hugging either. It's more like, you know, when you're a very small child and you're just, oh no, upset adult, presses close so the adult can hold you if they need to. And they're just, I guess that makes two of us.
I suppose.
Tokoh kind of taps against Inmate's shoulder with their head, and it's just like, don't even if you don't remember anything, shouldn't the make a face as they say the word prison have your history, background?
I don't know.
And
Even Hawthorne has been having trouble getting access to it.
when we get out of here, and Tokoh kind of wraps their arms around their knees as they lean against me. When we get out of here, I could check. They're not gonna be really watching for a ghost.
Libby throws a blanket over both of them. she's been listening and like trying to straighten the bed rolls and the beds that have invariably been like kicked and tossed all around the room when Nebula ran in and said the lady's trying to blow shit up. She throws a blanket at both of them and says, "That's planning for later. That's all well and good, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, kiddo?"
Right, we should focus on getting out of here safely.
And Tokoh reaches back for the photo album and flips it open to the family photo and holds it out to Libby and the doctor like, This guy, and he points at the photo of the large goat man with the crown on his head, and they're just like, do you think they're Bass sibling or something?
Can Libby roll insight? Can Libby
You
roll
can-
insight
you-
her
you-
best skill?
You
Her best
you
skill?
you can tell this is a family portrait. And
Yeah,
the way
but
that
it
it
could.
is,
It
yeah, again,
doesn't.
I understand that, but the way that it is framed and the way that like they hold each other in the silly picture, this was somebody who has no,
partners.
yeah, they were partners. They were definitely partners.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that Toko's like brother, like in this shot, very clearly looks like their child. The only reason Toko hasn't made the connection is because Toko kind of assumed that if they had like some kind of dad, like Ba would have mentioned him.
Libby having the tact of not much.
Her hammer.
Yeah. So, no, it looks like her husband. Like I was saying with Gala and Lady, like that.
And Toko makes a face. And then goes, but then how come there's only one picture of him in here?
Beats me.
Didn't Inmate hear about Raziel from like during the
Inmate was
previous
eavesdropping.
conversation? Didn't Inmate hear about it? And like the name of the little brother is Raziel?
Technically, I guess inmate could make that connection if the inmate wanted to.
Yeah, and inmate just goes, I don't believe Ba particularly likes Raziel anymore.
Togo kind of makes like a sad looking face as they look at the photo, and then goes, "Do you think it's because I disappeared?"
Inmate pauses,
Nah.
and they say, I highly doubt that.
Out of
What, you really-
character, I'm in so much pain.
As the child of a pair of divorcee parents, man,
Yikes!
yikes.
Nah, what grown and Libby ruffles Toko's hair. Nah, what grown-ups do is grown-up business. Don't need to worry about it.
Toko makes a face as Libby ruffles their hair. And Toko's just like, "You're barely a grown up."
Excuse you. I'll have you know. I am at least Libby starts counting on her fingers.
Toko now just has their hands on their hips, and they're just like, "Well, technically, I'm 200 years old at least." So, Doc, tell her, I'm older than her.
Okay, you are probably older than me. But 200's
on.
not.
Inmate just handed me a very bad joke, and we all know
Go,
Inmate's
go,
delivery.
go.
Go.
You are old enough to be my great-grandparent.
Toko like does actually give like a surprise, like giggle at that because they have a bad sense of humor. And Togo's just, wait, what if I'm actually your great grandparent?
I
Distant relative.
I don't believe that would be possible.
See? We don't know that.
Inmate doesn't know if they have the energy to explain how biology works.
You're really about to
I
have the
don't-
Burton Beats talks with Tokoh?
Gala's not here to stop him.
Gala's not here. Inmate just finished dissociating is the thing.
I think
I
Tokoh-
think you died a little too young for that, kiddo.
I could have had like, and Tokoh puffed their cheek. I could have had a cousin, and then the cousin could have babies and babies and babies and babies, and then ta-da, and they just kind of Will Smith.
Well, you got me there.
Okay. So
Inmate just kind of just sits back down.
after
This is what people come back to.
Tokoh goes on their feet, and like the others come back to Tokoh, like throwing their arms into the air, like outstretched in victory. Like, I'm the oldest one here. Everyone has to listen to me.
The oldest you may be, but you don't have authority, fortunately.
Tokoh, how old do you think you are again?
200.
I'm older than you. Good bed.
Tokoh just looks so offended. Like they just come to it like, no.
with that, the lot of you head to bed.
Okay, we're just
and
gonna end there.
we're not gonna end it, but we are gonna
I think if we're not stopped, we just continue for another 3 hours riding
Yeah.
each other.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I think we could keep going until the end of the Remnants.
you guys go. You guys keep going, but eventually fall asleep, getting a full night of rest, no matter what watches you guys do. Eventually, you do. A lot of you do wake up to the sound of just like a little bit of like a music going on in the like near the kitchen. This seems like there's a phonograph that's playing something, and you do smell food already being prepared and cooked, like breakfast. There's eggs. You can smell bacon. You can smell like a wide variety of breakfast foods being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys get a long rest. Please mark that down.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do now?
Tokoh has just been watching. Like, have you guys ever as a kid, like, you woke up earlier than your parents and you just like sat on your bed and stared at them?
Yes.
Important
Alright, who are you gonna
question.
freak out?
They're gonna be staring at Grills.
Okay.
Nice.
The moment you start staring, there's like a pause, and then his eyes open, and he just silently raises an eyebrow.
Tokoh just keeps staring. Like, this is like a wide-eyed, red pupilled like stare at you in the darkness.
Silently raises his hands to sign a good morning and goes back to meditation.
Tokoh doesn't sleep. They have to pass the time somehow.
Just stare. Eventually you do see light kind of turn on themselves almost like naturally, to imitate light coming through from the sun, and you get a knock on the door that just says, "Breakfast is ready."
And Tokoh just looks so sad and guilty and sad, like whenever they hear Bass voice. The album is gone, by the way. Like they squirreled it away into their bag. Like it's
That's fine.
theirs.
No, they're letting you keep it.
Yeah, exactly. It's theirs now. They're keeping it before any of the others possibly asks them to return it. Which none of the others would, but you know.
It's like you think she doesn't have a copy.
Girls is gonna stand up, like from cross-legged, just stand up in a very impressive feat of acrobatics. And then like stretch, arms up, lean back slightly up on his toes, lean forward to ruffle Toko's hair, and then head out to get breakfast.
Tokoh tries to slap Krill's hands away, making a face like, why do people keep going after their hair?
Roll sleight of hand contested against my acrobatics, motherfucker.
I'm gonna try. Like, I'm gonna lose that. But God, I feel like this is just set up for a gag where everyone who wakes up just like all ruffles falling out one by one.
What'd you roll?
Hold on, let me roll. That's a 5 on the die.
But do you not have a modifier?
My modifier with sleight of hand is so it's a 6.
6. Well, Girls rolled a 4, but he has a +4, so that's an 8.
Either way.
God, yeah. Toko's just trying to like straighten up, like make their hair meet again. And God, I'm just imagining Gala walking out after Grills and just ruffling their hair again.
Gala does take a bit because as soon as the natural light the unnatural simulating natural light started, she did wake up and she has been doing morning prayer and such. But yeah, as soon as she's wrapped up with morning prayer, she's just gonna come past, squat down next to Tokoh and just go, "Morning, Tokoh." Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. And then go, "Wow, the tune recognizes the bit."
Toko's just like trying to straighten out their hair again and managed to get the bangs out of their eyes.
I will say that the moment that Ba notices Toko's ruffled hair, they do lean down and just like straighten. It's nice.
Toko like gives like an imperious like haughty little sniff like, yes, absolutely, like their hair is neat again.
While they're also leaning down, they reach into their hammer space, and you actually notice, by the way, Ba has not slept. Like at
Has
all.
not what?
Has not slept.
Oh.
Which is, it's fine. She doesn't honestly seem too worried about that. But she just reaches into her hammer space and takes out a small notebook. But, when you were with us, you wanted to study a lot magic, and so I noticed you. At least I don't see a spell book on you, so. And she's,
Oh, Jade.
yeah.
Oh, so that's why you. Oh.
And opening it, you can see your spells haven't, like, obviously because you haven't written anything on it. But there is a spell already in there that is easy enough for you to read, and it is she has taught you the spell Hellish Rebuke, which is not a wizard spell, but through her mastery of magic, she makes it simple enough for you to understand. So you can add that spell to your reservoir. It still requires a spell slot, not something you can cast, but you do know it.
Oh boy, howdy. Oh, feels things at the. Oh god, this is what spell. Oh.
You've killed the vamp. You've killed our vamp.
It's my specialty.
Libby walks by and blearily ruffles Toko's hair. Morning,
Toko
kid.
makes the most indignant noise.
Inmate comes by and fixes their hair.
Thank you, Inmate. Like, Toko actually turns around and, like, hugs Inmate around the waist, like, pouting, and it's just like, you're the only person I respect in this house.
So
The one full tune does not participate in the gag because he is already out, because that's where he slept, on the chair out there.
Tragic.
It's all good. Nebula, in fact, you're probably the first one to wake up hearing Ba, and if you wanted to help with breakfast, you can. If not, you're also one of the first people who can pick out their food and all that stuff.
He probably helped.
Yeah, so yeah, you just You see, she cooks with magic. It's why most of this place is almost like it's clean. She doesn't use most of the appliances, but breakfast
Nebula,
is.
sorry,
No,
Nebula
go
just
ahead.
standing there, like in awe of the presence of a very powerful spellcaster.
Nerd.
He is.
Wait, I have
You
to
live with one.
Yeah, but Hickory isn't as powerful at like what was Spa again? Like did you say 18 level?
18th level spellcaster by technicality.
Yeah, Hickory is 14. So yes, powerful spellcaster, but not as powerful.
I was actually about to ask Jade, is there anything chocolate in here?
Yes, 100%. You see a couple of like the kisses candy, or the equivalent of like are just like in a little bowl of candy in the center of the breakfast table.
Oh my god, we're giving children candy for breakfast.
Jade.
No, no. Go ahead,
Can we
Vamp.
call them pecks?
What's up?
Can they be called pecks?
They can call.
Because a
They
peck
can
is
be
like a
called.
kiss.
They can be called pecks. What are you doing,
Oh
Vamp?
my god. Tokoh sees the chocolate and like they've been acting like haughty, like I'm dignified better than you plebs as they like readjust their hair. That all goes out of the window when they see the chocolate and they are rushing to it to put it into their gremlin mouth.
Before you can even reach it, you see Toro like moves her
no.
hand. God damn it, Ba moves your hand away, and says like, "Not before breakfast."
Tokoh just sends her the most betrayed look. Listen, Kara might have like dignified like narrator line / acts dignified, but Kara also like told Frisk to just straight up eat like a slice of pie barehanded, like in the kitchen. Like that's the flavor text you get. Like the size of the pie is too intimidating for you to even try eating it. Like Frisk didn't try, but Kara wanted to.
After
You
breakfast,
wiggle at the
you can
wall
have.
small, the mall soul wiggles back. What a meaningful conversation.
After breakfast, you can have some. Okay.
Can I have just one?
Roll persuasion.
That's I know they have that's a 9.
He grabs one and hands it to you.
Oh wow, a 9 need to be.
It's not a high DC.
Yeah, child.
I'm rolling something else real quick. That's a 19 plus 1, yeah. That's a dirty 20 stealth.
Child!
When Ba like gave them the chocolate, like their other hand slipped out to like take 3 more.
You can surely do that. Just don't get caught.
This is a dirty 20 stealth. I mean, anyone can roll contesting perception.
Either way, you get the candy.
Nom nom nom.
Yum.
With that, you have a nice breakfast. What are you planning to do? Do you want to talk against each other? Do you have any questions for Ba? The day is yours for the season. Ba has not brought up the fact that you need to get the door open.
Yeah, like I think after eating breakfast, like Tokoh actually kind of looks at one of the others. I don't know. It's either like Grills or Gala.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of semi-helpless. Like we can't stay here, can't we?
There is. It's an understanding look, but a very subtle, like, shake of the head from Gala. Just, yeah, no, we have to go.
Yeah, it's not that Tokoh is like sad about having to leave, although they are. It's more that Toko's just like, I do not want to be the one to bring it up.
Gala will, because she's good at being the devil's advocate sort of thing, just over, once the vegetarian breakfast is over, just, Ms. Ba, thank you for this and for everything you have done. Last night you said about preparations. Have they all been completed? It would probably be best if we can embark as soon as possible.
And boy, does she look like she doesn't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Libby actually chimes up and says, I disagree. Gala, we gotta prep first. We didn't have any time to plan coming down here. We need to figure out what our strategy is going to be.
You are the adventurer.
I would have to agree with Libby. We do not have much in the ways of supplies.
Of course. Thank
We
you.
need to restock. Ideally, if we can get a map or something of the Undertoons.
While I don't
Beneficial.
have a map, I did make some preparations actually, particularly in the supply front. I have plenty of stuff to last me for a while, so you are free to take a portion of it for your travels. Although there are other settlements you might be able to find supplies in the underground, as well as there are folk who will not just attack you on sight. I know that for a fact that well, it is dangerous out there. There are safe havens.
Instantly, you hear the rustle of bones. But I think Tokoh actually speaks up now and just goes, how the other human kids that fell, how long ago did the last one fall?
She's doing a little bit of math in her head, because the first kit that fell was different from the last kit that fell, and that's just they weren't all from the village. At the very least, some of them came from out of like after the erasure event.
Yeah.
Out of town.
Yeah, it's from out of town, and
World's worst picnic.
the last one would have probably been almost 100 years ago. Like they came in a constant like there was 10-year to 15 years to 20-year period between each of them. Sometimes maybe some the closest being like 5 years, but the last one that came in was about 100 years ago. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think like hearing that Tokoh nose crunches a little, and they're just like, would they even recognize us as real kind? Especially because like tunes come in so many different shapes and sizes.
There is a yes, they would. I recognized you as real kind from the moment I saw you. At least all but I did not recognize a half tune because I've never seen one. But yes, the real kind are very recognizable. They are there's a difference in like being a tune and being like a real kind that is like noticeable. Like you do have some tunes that look very close to real, but and vice versa, but that's just the nature of it. A lot of you, I'm sorry to say, are very recognizable as real kind.
Mm-hmm.
Tokoh pouts and she's like, it's like I think out of everyone in the party, specifically the two people who would have the most trouble passing as anything other than real would be the doctor and Tokoh.
Correct.
They're both just smacked up, straight up real kind humans.
Libby is a different beast, and Gala is at least recognizable, even if not as human. But you'll know what a Thorbolg is. Like, this is a D&D setting.
We gotta get her flustered enough that she keeps doing the Aurora Borealis effect. That is definitely not verbal, normal.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, She'll figure something out. She's got a few ideas.
Yeah, and
So-
Toko's just like pouting, but then Toko's like, would they recognize me? Because Toko really would rather not go through the whole I'm dead song and dance like over and over again.
Most of the tunes that live during your time have since then passed. There might be some who were very, very young when you left, but most that live now would not recognize you. Unless they were very well read in history. And even then, they might just think that you just. Not to say that all kids look the same, but.
Toko like nods at that. It does make it slightly easier if that's the case. And Toko's just, do you think there are any disguises we could wear so we don't look like kind?
Well, there is a spell disguise self, which I myself don't know, and it would require me some time to research before I'd be able to teach it to you. Time that I do not think you might have.
Toko's just like shaking their head like, oh no, if I had to I can just and they do little jazz hands. Poof.
Are you wild shaping?
I'm fine. I'm worried about and they point at Meaty and then they point at Gala.
I don't. There are items that would let you disguise yourself, but I don't have them. I do not. That would be within the royal treasury, and I don't have access to that anymore.
Toko like nods. And the implication of Ba having had access to the royal treasury at all flies over their head because they're might be smart, but they're also still 12.
Not
I think.
head.
Oh, is Gala? I was gonna have Nebula bring up the whole royal treasury thing, but
I mean, if you can, if you want to.
You
Yeah.
do it. Know that
Alright.
Gala's also perked up.
all right. Yeah. He crosses his arms on the table, and leans forward in interest, and is like, "You had access to the royal treasury?"
There was a time in which I was royalty within the underground. That is no longer the case.
Toko
He is
connecting
intrigued.
dots in their head.
What'd you say?
Toko connecting dots in their head because remember the big good man with the crown on his head?
I mean, you saw her with a crown on her head, so like.
Yeah, it didn't sink in until now. So they just look at Inmate and
Li-
Libby. Yeah.
Gosh, can I roll something to see if Libby says a thing that she
I'm gonna
absolutely
let
should
you.
not say?
I'm gonna just let you choose, because I think that's even
Oh.
better. And if you want to say it, and just say it, but like,
Is she gonna go divorce? Like, is she just straight up gonna go, oh, messy divorce?
No, she hears no. What she says is, gosh, this Muppet has no filter. I need you to know this. Yeah.
go ahead.
Boss says it's like, Boss like, well, yes, at some point, but it's no longer the case. I was royalty of the underground. And Libby says, no wonder you're such a bitch.
Wow.
Did someone cover Toko's ears? This is important.
Inmate does.
Ba does.
Yeah, Inmate and Toko's just like, what did Libby say? Come on, Inmate, I know yours.
Grills keeps his stone face. Does not react.
Oh.
Inside, however, he is absolutely the embodiment of this emoji. Anyway.
Another nat 20 deception.
Yes, he rolled a nat 20 deception.
Just like the response from Ba is just like, while I'm sure many people held that opinion, and I do not blame you for holding that against me, I would prefer if you did not curse in front of my child.
The child is like desperately trying to tear like inmates like hands away from their ears because like, oh, it's gotta be good if inmates covering their ears.
Libby shrugs. Libby just shrugs and says, "She's heard worse." Or they've heard. Sorry, Libby. She shrugs and says, "They've heard worse."
Libby, please.
This is
Either
this
way.
is this is Toko's mom? Question mark. So like,
Don't call her a bitch in front of her kid. At least wait until you're alone.
Either way, while I do believe you do need planning, I do not wish to. It would be selfish of me to ask for Tokoh to stay here. Even as much as I wish I could. So I and she actually places down on the table a small phone.
Oh,
This is a small cellular device that there's folks here created in the underground. I kept a couple of them with myself when I came here, and I've already put my number on it. If you wish to call me, you can do so through here. And she's looking at Tokoh and handing it over to you.
Did inmate take their hands off Toko's ears?
yes.
Okay, Tokoh kind of quietly takes it and they kind of look at Ba, and there is something of a like. I'm actually gonna roll deception straight up. Okay, that's 9 plus. I know you have proficiency in this. Yeah, that is the 15.
What are you rolling for? If you don't mind me asking.
Deception just to hide just to highlight the flicker of emotion that was threatening to like flash across their face. Like all that flashes across their face is like a smile as they take the phone and they're just like, oh, thanks, Miss Ba.
She notices what you call her, but doesn't say anything. And
Anyone's free to roll insight against that deception if they like.
Well, I rolled a 13 on the dice.
Yeah, that
Bara-
was a 15 deception, so the DC is 15.
Okay, well, his insight's a +6, so.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nebula got a 16.
Nice.
quickly!
So what's the actual emotion that
They were they weren't surprised. They were a little surprised they weren't surprised. But like they were a little disappointed when Ba like gave up the phone because that kind of means that Ba's definitely not coming with them. And again, they aren't surprised, which they are surprised by the fact they're not surprised. They feel like they should be, but they're not. They're not surprised at all at the fact that he decided to stay. They're just a bit
disappointed?
Yeah.
Disappointed but not surprised.
Yep.
Literally.
So, is there anything else?
I do have a question. You mentioned there's a royal scientist trying to break this barrier. Is there any way we could try and talk with them and see if they have any ideas?
I don't have their number, sadly.
But at least
I do
a
know.
name or
I do know where they reside. It's within
Yes.
Heatland. That's where the lab is. You'd want to make your way over there if you want to speak with her. I believe her name was Miss Alvis, or Dr. Alvis in this case.
He
I'm
nods.
not very familiar with her work. I believe she was appointed after I left, so.
Thank you for that. We will keep an eye out.
And I think Toko's just gonna push the chair back from the table and go, well, the supplies aren't gonna supply themselves. Come on, let's go check on it.
Mm-hmm.
So she takes you over to the small third room that she had pulled the the mattress out from, and you do see there's this is a storage room basically with plenty of food, stuff like that can be taken. She hands over basically what is 2 crates filled with food, which is enough to I'm going to say enough for the journey that you're about to embark on. So you need not worry about food and stuff like that while you are camping or doing anything like that of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
Torches.
Is anyone who needs to eat in this party, by the way?
Everyone but you and Nebula. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think all of you would want to, even the Toon.
Yeah, Nebula, unless it's dire, he would partake for social and taste reasons, even if he doesn't
Libby-
absolutely need to.
Libby technically has the Muppet-born ability to absorb the food without ever having to swallow it. I don't know how you would play that, but
Just food.
Just sticks it in her mouth and it vanishes.
oh, that's basically what happens now. But I'm saying,
You've been holding that piece of salami in your mouth for a week.
Either way, but you guys get this these materials. I'm not sure how you guys are going to be carrying these. Do you guys have a bag of holding?
We have hammer space.
I guess you guys can take the stuff out of the crates and put it all within your hammer space. I'll say that with all of your hammer spaces combined, you have. They're
There's a lot of
pretty.
powers.
They're pretty full. So make note of that.
Libby would want to actually have a backpack.
Okay, so you can
I mean,
stuff.
Grills actually has a backpack as well.
Fantastic. So
It
Force of
also
habit.
has a backpack.
you can fit most of your stuff, leaving some of your hammer spaces free. You do need to put some of it into hammer space just because of how. Honestly, the crates are have you ever seen a 3x3x3 foot space? Shit's
Yep.
fucking big. These 2 crates by themselves are each 3x3x3. So
I mean,
Like an apple crate.
yeah, exactly.
3x3x3 is 27 cubic feet.
Yeah, so you guys
So.
can fit most of it within your backpacks in a hammer space. So we'll just say that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I will say at some point it's probably just I look at time and everything, so it will probably be like a FPS. Gala will be finding a way to abscond with Libby for a few minutes to debrief
Oh.
or just talk.
Yeah, you definitely can. That's if you need to do that, while you guys are packing up stuff, the both of you can step aside.
How are we? Yeah, I guess both of our concerns really are how are we on time?
I'm good. We keep going, honestly.
That depends on you guys.
I am getting tired. Is the
Yeah.
issue.
Okay. So
It is around 3:30 a.m.
Go to bed.
okay.
Not yet. I slept earlier because I thought this would happen.
Okay. So
Okay.
if we're getting a little bit tired, I can start pushing it towards the end. And we can anything you guys might need to pick up, you can do so next session while you are traveling in the new area that you're going to be exploring.
Yeah, I'm fine with opening next session with a debrief. With Libby getting the debrief, because I would like to remind you, she has not sat in any of the conversations. She knows diddly squat about what's going on.
I
There's
Absolutely.
mean, Tokoh handshake Libby. Tokoh doesn't know anything either.
There has been the ongoing gag in the background of just Gala at several occasions just making eye contact at Libby as though any moment now I'm going to be able to drag you off and talk, and then just stuff keeps happening.
I'm aware. I'm sorry for that. This is not a very large house.
At this point, a minor gag.
So, just so we can begin to wrap it up, the lot of you begin your walk, or begin walking downstairs with now the supplies that you have, a small bit of a plan set together, and more knowledge from where you came, and a way to contact Ba should you need it. As you arrive at the door, you see Ba steps forward and places her hand onto two circles onto the door and begins casting a spell, which some of you would recognize as Burning Hands. And you see sigils on the door beginning to open, almost like filled with fire, before they lit within this. They light up this three triangles in a circle with wings shape that is within the door. And then the door begins to open inward towards her, and she takes a step back, and beyond it you see a surprisingly a snowy forest underground. And
This might as well happen. Uncle is already so goddamn weird.
you're good.
Nebula is immediately grateful that Marigold gave him that ring of warmth.
She
He is
takes a
not a
step
fan of the
back.
cold.
She turns around and she specifically looks at you, Tokoh. And she kind of like knee down, looks at you and is like, I'm sorry I can't go with you, Tokoh. I really wish I could. Stay safe, please.
Tokoh kind of smiles and just like, of course. And they're just like, it's okay. I didn't think you were gonna come.
That hurts, but all right. She's not gonna show it.
In fairness, like even without like this strange like lack of surprise at about choosing not to come, a lot of other children came before Tokoh.
Yeah.
So it's that thing where Toko's like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
No.
as this conversation goes, she would motion for coming in for a hug if you would be willing. She's not gonna force you to hug if you don't want it.
And Tokoh will like go and will let her hug them, and they will hug her back.
And she looks at the rest of you and just like, keep them safe.
We will.
Should I have Inmate say the thing?
Do
it.
Inmate just
Say
kind
that
of
like Bart.
Inmate just kind of nods and says, "Don't worry, I am a very good doctor."
Yeah, they say the line like Simpson.
She nods at that, and with that, she pulls off from the hug, steps to the side, and motions for you all to step through the doors.
Here we go.
Once more into the breach.
Not fucking snow again.
I
And with
think
that,
like Tokoh. I think before the game ends, I think Tokoh actually tugs on like Gala's cloak hard to get Gala's attention. Then Tokoh points directly at Inmate, who is in a turtleneck sweater in a doctor's lab coat in the middle of snowy area.
I should say, for the sake of recording, Inmate has not commented on the cold.
Yeah.
They are wearing a gambeson.
I don't know what that
This has
is.
happened
It's all-
before. Need I remind you guys of the snowy fucking blizzard?
I mean, Grills is in a dress shirt, slacks, and a waistcoat.
I
This
should
is also
no, no,
known
no,
as
no,
a
no.
campfire,
No, no,
so
no, 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 no. This is something that like that Gala and well, actually the entire rest of the Lantern crew has found out. Inmate's original prison cell in Faruma was kept at below freezing.
Yeah, which is why
And-
Tokoh is reacting like this.
Yeah, they were in there in solitary confinement. Anyway.
Yeah, Tokoh voice at Gala, glaring very intensely with suddenly bright red eyes. Give them your cloak.
Gala, and I'm saying this in the this isn't a dick move. This is Gala is not going to give the cloak because that is huge. It will just get soaked. But Gala is going to go into Hammer Space and pull out several items for Matey to put on because just because you are used to being in the cold doesn't mean you should be in the cold. And she's saying that in giant. So none of you guys can understand what she's saying as she basically, yeah, no, matey, you're getting bundled, I'm sorry.
To be fair, by the way, part of the equipment would have been some snowy clothes for those that would have wished it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
Tokoh
Oh, fine. She's from space.
Tokoh just kind of looks at the snowy area, and I think Tokoh uses their wall shape to shape into, I think like just a wolf, just something that's very clearly not real kind human. It's a real kind animal, but like animals are a lot harder to tell apart to not real kind.
Mm-hmm.
well, one talks, the other doesn't.
True.
Anyone know?
Wait,
Oh gosh,
but
no.
the
Libby would
luxury
probably be
class
the one that
one.
knows ventriloquism.
With that,
Yeah.
a lot of you bundling yourselves up, or bundling up at least one person, make your way through the door, and she steps where you guys were to be able to see you head off, and does a small little wave as you see the doors begin to close again.
I want to say something just slightly soft in that as those doors are closing, Gala will take Toko's hand and then look back so that Gala knows the child is cared for.
Aww.
Good. And I need to 1 second. Everybody turn on the music bot when it comes in here.
Mhm.
Oh, it didn't do
Music
the thing.
bot? What music bot?
1 second.
Oh,
Turned on now, or
oh no, Hydra doesn't support YouTube anymore.
Yeah, Hydra doesn't do YouTube
Give me a
anymore.
hot minute, then.
Oh, it's him! It's him!
Give me a hot minute.
One of the few characters I actually know.
I'm
Of
on.
course you know him.
Everybody knows him, even if they don't know Undertale. He's fucking Tumblr's darling.
We killed the queen!
Where the fuck is?
Sexy man tournament.
There it is. I found it.
Okay, I swear to God, RJ, please tell me he's gonna show up wearing a Burger King crown.
One fucking moment. Give me a hot minute.
I'm
So-
having a time. You have amused me.
Okay. So, you guys step out into the snow. It is a semi-long walkway that you're heading to. You see trees on either side of you, bushes, multiple different things. Girls, you with the highest perception begin to notice something swishes by in the trees. Girls?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
No. He perks up slightly at that, and reaches for his quarterstaff, starts pulling that out of its sheath.
This is
Ruby
after,
sees that
yeah.
and grabs her hammer.
This is after like 5 minutes of walking. As you continue walking, you hear a crack of a stick that you passed from behind you. And you turn around, there's nothing there, just a stick, like cracked. Now all of you have noticed, if you haven't yet.
Yeah. Gala,
Nebula
guys, there's disguise self being cast to look more toony. And the spear.
Oh wait, Tokoh kind of already wild shaped, so like Toko's just Inmate's gonna like step in front of Tokoh, I guess.
Yeah.
Tokoh actually looks at that and steps in front of Inmate because Tokoh is weak right now. They can take it better than Inmate can.
That is fair. Inmates they have a
Uh,
+2 intelligence. Listen.
Libby says to Grills, "Do you want the rear or should I?"
You watch our backs, I'll watch our fronts.
Copy.
So you guys are like making a small circle.
I
I
think
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, Libby's idea is that they'll keep walking, but they're on alert and they've kind of shoved the squishier people on the inside.
Yeah, yeah. I
We've got
get
our foreguard, we've got our
Yeah.
rear guard, we are now in marching order.
it. Yeah. As you do so, there's a small moment in which like this circular formation that you guys are walking by, kind of like making sure to maintain eyesight within your surroundings. You hear something coming from right in the center of all of you, which just says like, "Oh, come on. This how you all greet a new pal?"
How fucking ominous!
Grills has already spun on his heel.
Yep. You're pointing the quarterstaff or something like that. Something like that.
His staff is up, ready to hit, but he's not like actively brandishing it.
Yeah. As you turn around, you hear like a fucking fart noise.
Oh my fucking god!
A moment.
And the wolf like behind Inmate's like Inmate like gives like a wheezing like roll that's probably like a laugh.
Guess this song!
You hear a fart noise. He's like, whoa, hey, come on. I'm just trying to greet you, folk. Like, you never heard of the old what the fuck are they called?
Whoopee cushion!
Whoopee cushion and the hand trick?
Now.
Yes, but... Okay, I'll admit that was actually rather good. Just...
And with that, we're gonna end the session there.
Yes! My man!
Wonderful!
Someone is excited.
Me on my hands and knees. Jade, please tell me he's wearing a Burger King crown. It's just
He is
never
wearing it.
explained.
He's wearing a fucking like a sexy man AU crown. This is not Sam's. This is Sam's.
Sam's Club.
Yep.
My hands in my hands!
Welcome to Undertale. Wow.
Oh,
Spoons!
Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Jade.
Hell yeah.
I will say little fun fact before I go to wash dishes. Tokoh actually gave the plot device Bagate. God damn it, Avi! You have me calling it that.
You're welcome!
phone to the phone that gave them to someone else because even though they weren't expecting anything different, even though they can't seem to feel surprised, there's mayhaps a little bitter that Ba chose not to come along. Someone else
Aw.
is gonna have
Maybe.
to phone.
Bless.
Give it to Gala so she can text her new crush.
God, Libby suggests that, and Tokoh just spins on their heel and gives it to like Inmate.
It's
Gala had so many good jokes she could have sent.
Tokoh voice, ew, no, that's my mom.
Yeah, with this you could have
one
kept
of
on
those, like,
with the
really
phone. You could kept on
blocky-
flirting. Yes, it's a really blocky phone. Like it's a fucking like an old.
It's a fucking rectangle.
It's a
This
it's a
bitch is
brick.
fucking polygonal.
It's a brick.
Nokia!
Yeah,
Nokia!
it's a goddamn brick. But yeah, no. If Gala has the phone, you can keep on flirting with Gala.
Matey, give her the phone.
Tokoh voice, do not give her the phone.
Libby offers her hand because Inmate is real kind. Where are they gonna put this thing?
Hanging on your
They
head.
hand it to Libby.
Cool.
It's got like a little. It's got a belt clip.
Libby hands it to Gala.
There you go.
Tokoh is gonna throw a fucking snowball at Libby.
Either way.
Good.
Gala's now.
Anyway, before we end, one last thing, and then I swear I'm not gonna hold any of you up. I just have something that I want to send you all before I go and wash dishes.
What are you going to send? What pain are we going to
Yes!
Can we sign off?
Hey!
Yes.
The legends.
Meet Sam's.
Should we sign off or?
Yeah,
is
we're
it-
good.
Let's just end it.
Yeah. Just end it. No
It's
goodbyes.
it's time to end it. Goodbye, y'all.
Just fucking cut the recording.
Nah.